All right, everybody, welcome back. No Name Wrestling in the cut. We are a little late, so do apologize. We had some. Well, I had some technical issues on my end. I had to try to figure out, but
Mel unplugged his mic and he didn't notice till late.
yeah. So it's gonna be us three rocking it out today. Shout out to Lynn and Jade who won't be here today. Um, Hopefully next week we'll be able to have the full crew here. But today we're gonna do a recap of the 2000s decade, the good and the bad, and talk about some of the past stuff. Give y'all a little throwback episode today on some things that we grew up on. Maybe some things you guys didn't see in real time that we can discuss, or maybe some nostalgia for you guys as well. Some things that you grew up on and got to see throughout that time. Make sure you guys subscribe as well to the No Name Wrestling Podcast YouTube, man. Get us up there. We got more content coming on the way. Today, gonna start some of these questions I didn't prepare because I want everybody to do them on the fly. So I'm gonna ask a variety of different randoms here to start off, and then we'll dive into the episode. And if there's things that you guys obviously want to discuss too about the era, we can definitely discuss that. But first question I gotta ask, starting off with a hard banger, off the fly. If you had to pick five, who are the top five greatest superstars from the 2000s in the 2000s era? Talking
Specifically in the 2000s.
talking 2000 2009.
What mania is that? What is that? 18 to.
No, that's WrestleMania
2000.
2000 to WrestleMania 25.
Okay, so 16.
All right, so I'll give my five. I'm not going to put them in order, but these are the five superstars I believe that had probably the most impact in WWE, or probably the most consistent best of that era when it comes to quality and everything too. You got to have John Cena in there. I would have The Undertaker in mind. I would have Triple H in mind. I would have Shawn Michaels in mind. And that last spot, I'm probably gonna say Kurt Angle
Mhm.
because that rookie year was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna
That
lie.
was crazy.
Rookie year was crazy. I would probably have that five. Kurt Angle maybe could be interchangeable because you still got some other people. There were two people that I would consider as well, but Cena was one of the most dominant of that era, especially with that peak. Um, Triple H probably was the best heel of that era, and he has a lot of good quality. Shawn Michaels probably has the best overall quality when it comes to matches and everything. And then Undertaker also up there as well. I mean, the streak really embodies everything as well. That's when it kind of really started to be acknowledged during that time frame. And then Kurt Angle, even though he was there for 6 years, but that 6 year stretch, I mean, his matches, his stories, Kurt Angle is in that combo. So that would be my five.
And then you got yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this same four: Cena, Taker, Michaels, Triple H. Fuck them, but Triple H. And then for number five, just because of the impact and the fact that they are still struggling to replace him, I'm gonna go Eddie Guerrero.
I don't think Eddie Guerrero.
Dragon Lee's right there.
They tried with Alberto Del Rio.
They
It didn't work.
tried. They tried with Ray.
Yes.
It kind of worked. It kind of
Right.
worked, but
Rey
he
Mysterio's the only
doesn't.
close one.
He doesn't have the same.
I
He
will
wasn't.
say-
He hasn't been booked as well, but yeah.
I will say once they bring him over from Mexico full time, El Grande. If they handle him right, if they handle him
No.
right, El Grande,
No.
man. I don't know.
American fans aren't hip to it, bro. They don't care.
I don't know about
Legitimate.
Eddie
You're
Guerrero.
right, we don't care.
I don't know about Eddie
The
Guerrero.
American fans legitimately don't care. They're not hip.
I would say though, I don't think Eddie Guerrero is replaceable though. Rey Mysterio wasn't even like Eddie Guerrero. Rey
No.
Mysterio was kind of like his own thing.
Oh
So
God,
Yeah.
we don't care.
I'm gonna be different with my five because I figured I was gonna say the big names. There are some names I'm not gonna pass up though. I'm gonna say Cena, of course. I'm gonna give Edge some love in the 2000s. Obviously, his
That's a
feud with
good
Cena-
one.
Obviously, his feud with Cena is like the bigger one that he did, but first Money in the Bank. Freaking taking out Kofi. I feel like Edge had a lot of moments that we talk about, but like when you really think about how many moments he had, it's like, oh shit, this nigga was actually like hooping for real.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. I was also gonna say Eddie Guerrero just because like cheat still big. I mean influence. I'm gonna still give love to Shawn Michaels just because. I mean, how many people do you know retire, come back, and have a peak probably better than their first one. And then on a lower end, but again, just trying to be different. I'm gonna give love to Chris Jericho a little bit. I think he did some really good work. Obviously, he had his ups, he had his downs. Wasn't like positioned in one of the greatest spots, but still, nevertheless, I think he was a consistently good worker. A little bit underrated.
I don't know about Jericho in 2000s. And
He
later
had some
years.
good shit with Michaels. Early
Yeah,
2000s,
the
and
later
late
2000s, but we talking about the early 2000s.
We saw some good shit with Michaels, Christian, the stuff with
Yes, he had
Trish.
some cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? He had some cool
IC
stuff.
title reigns.
I probably put Jericho over. I probably put some people over Jericho too, though. But Jericho's valid. Mo, who do you got? I don't know if you heard the question. Top 5 superstars. We'll do WWE first because the second question is gonna be different. But top 5 WWE superstars of the 2000s decade.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me get my camera.
In this
This
car.
is tripping. All right. There we go. Top 5. Cena's the obvious one. Shawn, Taker. Kurt Angle.
Don't forget the great Khali.
You said Cena, Shawn, Kurt Angle,
Khali.
Yeah, Shawn. Yeah, Cena, Shawn, Taker, Kurt Angle.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll give it to Edge.
Edge is cool. Okay, I can respect Edge. Edge would have been one of my options too. He was considered. Edge is a valid pick. One of the best heels of that era, that's for sure.
I know nobody was gonna say his name, but like everything aside, obviously,
Chris Benoit.
Well, him too. Brock is also another guy that you could talk about, even though obviously it's short-lived.
Yeah,
very short.
I know nobody was gonna say neither of the names, but like,
no, Brock is
I wouldn't. Even BS aside, I wouldn't.
If Brock had stayed at least 4 years,
I was going to say that too.
Yeah,
I would never consider Benoit, even if he didn't do what he did. His impact wasn't as big as
the shit y'all hate on Bret Ford. That's Benoit. In my.
No, yeah, for sure.
Couldn't cut a promo.
Same tier.
Not at all. Nah, Bret Hart was crazy. Bret Hart way more impactful.
No, we talk about same tier as far as like they promo ability and shit, not like overall.
Brett's a way better promo.
No,
Brett's
way better.
Chris, Baltimore.
I'm saying, damn, that bar in the depths of hell.
The thing is, he still clears him. That's the problem.
Yeah, Baltimore makes Bret Hart look like fucking prime CM Punk, like that. Yeah, prime John Cena. Fine speech, John Cena at that.
If it wasn't for Brock, Benoit would have been with Paul Heyman. So that's how bad he was in promos.
Yeah,
they ain't trust him at all in promos. So
I don't know if I would have believed Benoit with Heyman. I don't think that would have worked out.
At that time, it would have worked because Benoit had everything you needed for real. He just couldn't talk, and he was already working with main event guys at that point too.
Good match with Rock.
I mean, technically, I guess he didn't really need. He still became world champion, so he didn't really need it long term. But, it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. But Brock, if Brock had stayed like another 4, if he had to stay at least 4 years, he probably would have been in there because he would have did much more. Even if he had stayed 4 years. Batista was also one of mine that I was considering because he had a great mention. Batista had a great mention from 05 to he left. Really, he had a good stint, I would say. So Batista is definitely up there in that.
I think Triple H is another honorable mention for me too.
In that version. Oh, you didn't put Triple H in yours?
Yeah.
No, I considered him over Edge, but that Reign of Terror was.
Yeah, it was rough.
Right there,
it's peak in 2002, so it's like.
Yeah, I would say he had a lot of good in them early 2000s, late 2000s.
Yeah,
he had a lot of good shit.
He had his peak of that too, so it's like.
Heidenreich too.
I don't know about Heidenreich.
Again, I thought we were doing top 5 best myself.
Luther Reigns.
Heidenreich.
Who are the top 5? Y'all got a worst then? You want to do top 5 worst of the 2000s?
Oh, jeez.
Oof.
I think we can all just do 4 because I think Khali is in all of ours.
Yeah.
Khali got to be in there.
Yeah, I probably just do my top 5 hated because there's some bad names in there. Like
I would say, I'd say Khali would be in there.
Yes.
I gotta think of like some of the real bad.
Michael Tarver.
Oh,
Michael Tarver was
2010s. Yeah, that's 2010.
I mean, what was Lord Tenzai?
That was 2010.
A-Train? No, A-Train wasn't.
2012.
Simon Dean. I hated Simon Dean, bro. I really hated Simon
He's
Dean.
hilarious.
Who's that one girl who had like the worst match? Like it was like a mixed tag match
Jackie
with
Gator?
Trish. Yeah, we got
Miss
put her on
Jackie?
there. That shit was at. Yeah, she
Man,
was
we should have
terrible.
said 2010s because Oksana's coming to my brain, but I know that was much later.
Yeah, that was 20.
Yeah, that was
2013.
2013.
I'm trying to think of some of
Yeah.
the other like really
Yo,
bad.
fun fact
bad
about
girl.
Oksana, real quick. She has a higher rating than AJ Lee and 2K14.
Yeah, I remember you said that one time on the stream. She's a
That's
higher overall
so
rating.
nasty to me, bro.
I would
Just had a
say
crush on
Kylie would be in there. Miss Jackie's she was pretty bad during that time too.
The Divas division.
Most of them, yeah.
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 Unfortunately, most of them, besides
Get fried
a
rice,
couple.
There's a
Natalia
I think
and Beth Phoenix
Steven Richards is crazy.
were like top players in that Divas division. Oof.
Oh, I
That
would
was like
say,
2010.
golly, the ECW division too. Whew.
Oh,
bro. Kevin Thorne and fucking
ECW Zombie.
Katie
Matt
Vick.
Striker.
Or not Katie Vick. Katie Lee Birchall. Some shit.
Oh,
Like
Jesus.
Paul Burchill, the pirate. Remember the pirate?
that.
Paul
Oh my
Burchill.
god. Yeah.
That
He
was
came out
fun
on the
to
rope.
watch.
All you gotta think for this is just like big buff jack dudes from the 2000s. Like about 6 out of 10 of them were terrible.
Appreciate
O'Hare.
Rob in the chat every week, man.
shout out Rob.
Appreciate you,
For
dog.
the super
Hey,
chat, Rob.
he might be like number one vacant.
Bro, yeah, I remember he
We're
came
still
out
making
with.
this a thing?
I remember
Yes.
he came out with the they actually used to produce like crazy entrances and characters back then, but this nigga Paul Burchill come out with the rope and shit. And had
Yes,
the little
bro.
pirate entrance.
He would
The
look
little-
at the camera. He look at the camera, and then they do this shit, and he would.
I mean,
so
if we want to be technical, just because of the timing of it, who was the guy that they had? But it was like 9/11 had just happened.
Muhammad Hassan?
Hassan?
Yeah,
Hassan.
technically,
No,
we
he
gotta
was,
put that
He was
on
about to
there.
be world heavyweight champion.
He
he
was
could have
about
been
to
one of
go.
the, he could have been one of the
And
best
then-
heels of that era, bro.
And then
He could've been
9/11
It's just
happened.
the
He was
timing was
genuinely about to
terrible.
win the world title.
The timing was just terrible for him.
Yeah, he could have been one of the best heels of that era, bro. He was a
You
good
think
talent.
he could? You think a gimmick like that could happen now?
Yeah, they could do it now.
They
2026,
have to. He have to
The
be
way they
wrong
like
for it,
canceling
so.
shit.
No.
They could do it now. They wouldn't
have
do
to
it
be-
the way they did it then, but the gimmick would be fun.
He would have to be a baby face because there's no way people would give up. People
would
would
cheer him.
actually boo that shit. Yeah, people wouldn't actually boo that shit. Yeah, and they WWE get
They
canceled,
probably
may
probably
boo it.
wouldn't they probably wouldn't reject it because everything is cool nowadays. But I
Yeah,
think they could definitely do it though. They could
Whoa,
definitely
why we disrespecting Vladimir Kozlov?
watch out, bro. Watch out.
do
Watch
it.
out.
He was cheeks for a little bit.
Watch out.
They wanted to push him too when he first came around. They wanted to
Didn't he
push
face Kali? Didn't he have a one-on-one match with
Yeah.
Kali?
He pinned
Fuck, the
Taker on
Undertaker
the
was
SmackDown.
back
Who
down.
the fuck? Who the fuck make that decision? Who the fuck booked that?
Eric Escobar. What a throwback name.
They was trying to have
man.
Kozlov moving like Ivan Drago.
They tried to push him for a little bit. If you go back and watch the 2009 Elimination Chamber, he like the one person in there who was just like so
Yeah.
random.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Y'all remember Mike Knox in the Elimination Chamber?
Mike
Yep.
Knox, yeah. He had the whole. They used him so weird because he had the whole gimmick where he was beating that Rey Mysterio just for no reason, like just attacking Rey Mysterio.
Like everybody else. That's what people used to do,
Yeah.
man.
They used to
still do
give.
that
He
shit.
used to have real heat though because he was messing up them Kelly exposés, bro. Everybody used to hate him, bro.
Yeah.
He come out and put the towel on her and stuff. And niggas be like, oh, bro, you fucking it up, bro.
Who was that one guy? The dude from the
What's that?
carnival? Y'all remember that guy?
Zarni,
Yeah, Kazarni.
Oh, jeez. That one.
bro, was there for literally a week, bro. Never saw him again.
Too early.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't
Hey,
know what
hey,
happened
they
to
said Kozlov beat Taker clean. I don't know. That sounds like a guy to me.
Yeah, he did.
All right, bro. Watch out.
So,
Watch
yeah,
out.
so did Kali, man. We saw how that worked.
With 1 foot.
Yeah.
World heavyweight champion, man.
Shout out Snitsky. Snitsky was a crazy heel during that
Oh
time
my
frame. He had a
Oh,
little run for it.
jeez.
Yeah, he had
Wasn't
a
my
nice little run
fault.
before they. Yeah, he had a nice little run before they started making obsessed with feet. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice little run.
That was
there.
weird.
Hey,
Yeah.
Snitsky got the best Royal Rumble elimination ever. When he hit
Bro,
Paul
that
London
shit
with
was
that clothesline.
crazy.
That
Matt
shit
Morgan.
That shit
was
was crazy.
insane.
Oh, Matt Morgan, bro. What could have been? I didn't like how they used him either.
Oh, they said it was the London bombings. Well, that's
Yeah.
weird. I thought it was 9/11, but
Matt Morgan had the.
Well,
he
no.
had
So
the-
what happened was
splittering
with
gimmick.
Muhammad Hassan, they had a segment where they had a bunch of masked dudes come out and attack Undertaker, Obviously that was when SmackDown was taped, right? But they aired it on the same days as the London bombing. So horrible timing, literally fucked up his push.
Like, yeah,
Because he was supposed to be world champion, and they completely threw it off.
They literally
Crazy.
killed him off.
Yeah, he never got seen again, bro. It was unfortunate. It was unfortunate that all that happened. Curran White, what a name. What a
Oh
name.
my god, bro. Jeez. Oh my god.
What a name, bro. Curran
I
White
wonder where that gimmick would have went if Eddie hadn't died. Because they literally stopped it because Eddie died.
would have never got. I don't even know, honestly.
They wanted him to come out in a sheet.
That's what Chavo wanted to do. Yeah, he wanted to come out with a sheet and stuff. I'm like, very crazy.
Okay.
And honestly, in the 2000s, though, they probably could have did it. I'm not gonna lie.
I
They
should have
definitely
asked
could have
him
done it.
at WrestleCon. I should have asked him, like, what the fuck?
They could have did it back then, bro. Yeah, they could have did it, bro. He didn't fight crime time and shit. They could have did it, bro. These thugs. These thugs out of wrestling. These thugs are in professional wrestling.
TKO would love that.
Oh, Spirit Squad.
Bro, Spirit Squad was getting a push for a minute though, bro. They was working. I think people forget they was working with DX and Mr. McMahon, bro. Like they was.
Then they lost to old ass Roddy Piper
and Ric Flair.
And Ric Flair, yeah, before Red RKO.
Got dog walk, bro.
They got dog walk by DX too because it was like 5 versus 2.
Yeah,
yeah.
Bro.
What was the Saturday night's main event?
Yeah, 5.
Where they had a clean sweep. Yeah.
Beating his ass.
They wouldn't win that match. They had no chance. They had no chance. All right, let's dive into some of this. Oh, well, before we move on, we're doing one more top 5. What's everybody's top 5 matches from the 2000s?
Oh,
only pick 5. So we're talking 2000, 2009, of course.
Oh my god, so much.
I gotta pick favorites now. Jeez.
You should have gave me the chance to write this shit down. Fuck.
So I'll give mine just off the top of my head, no particular order though. I don't want to give no order. You gotta have Shawn Taker, WrestleMania 25.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Shawn Michaels, Triple H, SummerSlam 2002.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm putting Rock and Hogan on mine. That's too iconic. I would definitely put that on there. That's one of the most iconic matches ever. I would say Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Whoo.
I don't know.
That's hard, dude. That's hard.
The last spot.
December to Dismember. ECW Elimination Chamber.
That match not that bad for real. It's like, no,
That last spot. I'm gonna say Cena Edge TLC match.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say Cena Edge TLC match.
Hell yeah.
In no order. I'm gonna go Shawn, Kurt, WrestleMania. Shawn, Triple H, SummerSlam. Cena, Umaga, Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Give me that WrestleMania triple threat, WrestleMania 20. Fantastic fucking match.
Yeah, that's a great match.
And the last spot, who we got? Let me think something. I feel like
Let's remember the match.
There's a lot of good ones. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go favorites because.
Yeah.
That's
Give me
too
the
hard,
no
bro.
No Mercy. It's one of my favorite matches. Give me the No Mercy triple threat tag team match from No Mercy 2002. I love that match.
Oh, the triple threat or the
Yeah,
because the triple threat
tag
Series.
team. No, the tag team match from No Mercy 2002. That was with
Triangle, Chris
SmackDown
Benoit,
6.
Edge, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
That's the greatest tag team match of all time to me.
That's one of my favorite tag team matches, man. That shit is so good. That pay-per-view as a whole is fantastic.
Classic.
Yeah.
Damn, I just remember another match, but I'm gonna keep my list.
Many.
I'm gonna go Shawn Taker, and I'm going Shawn Kurt. I'm gonna give this match some love. Edge McFoley, WrestleMania 2. We give that match some love. Malik stole mine. Cena, Edge, TLC. Love that one. And then for the fucking last one, shit. I'll just be different. I'll go the Rumble Rey Mysterio one. That match in general. Just the story behind it. I'll go that one. Because as a kid, I vividly remember that.
2006 Royal Rumble.
I vividly remember that. like more than a lot of stuff when I was a kid, like Rey Mysterio kind of overcoming them odds and stuff. So
Okay, that's interesting.
Hell yeah.
That might be the best decade for Rumbles, to be honest.
for sure, by far.
They
The
didn't even get a
2010s might be the
decision
worst.
Oh
They
Yeah,
didn't
the
even get a
20
decision
horrible.
wrong.
Yeah, the 2010s might be the worst by far. Like, and we had
Oh
Rumbles
no,
with legit.
the 90s, bro. Some of them.
That's
90s.
what I
90s was
said.
pretty rough. 90s was
That's
rough.
what I said. But like,
Nah,
I would say
2010s had bad ones and then like bad decisions on top of it. Like it was just a whole.
remember we
layer
had a
of bullshit.
40-man Royal Rumble and we went through all of them names and it was like, oof,
There we go.
oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2010. Let me see. 2010 was cool, and then 2011 to like 2016 was pretty mid.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough. Top 5. I'll just go favorites just to make it easier on my brain. So Sean Taker, 25.
Mm.
We'll go Sean and Kurt from 21. There's no particular order, but just again, favorites. So Hardy, Triple H, Edge, Armageddon 08. Made me the fan I am today.
Mid.
Fuck you. Let's do Austin Rock X7.
Colleague Triple H.
You said what?
Colleague Triple H, bro. You forgot that one.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, now go Cena and Edge. Unforgiven 06.
Such a good match.
Valid. There were two that came to mind that I didn't put on there. Triple H, Cactus Jack 2000, Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That was in my head too.
And then Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar at No Way Out.
Yep.
That's
great match too.
a very good storytelling match right there.
Rob got
Hey, and
his.
shout out Angle and Undertaker from No Way Out 06.
Mhm.
That's an underrated match too.
Sure.
Rob got his.
Batista versus Triple H, Hell in a Cell 05, very good. Kurt versus
Mhm.
Benoit at Royal Rumble. I ain't gonna lie, that Royal Rumble matches.
That's another one.
Fire.
About.
I ain't gonna lie, that Royal Rumble match, bro.
Oh my god.
That's like
2000.
That's probably If it's Kurt Angle's second best match in WWE, I don't care. That's
Actually,
like-
hot take for one of Nate's matches that he said. You know that triple threat at Mania 20? I think I said it on the pod before.
The Backlash is better.
Yeah, I kind of think the Backlash match was a little better.
I watched both matches recently, and the Backlash match it was okay. It was cool.
I feel like it was the environment of it, like
yeah, I
being
like
in
Toronto,
Benoit's
right?
hometown.
Yeah.
I
Sean
like
being
the
so
WrestleMania
hated.
Montreal.
match better. I would probably like that WrestleMania match. Probably like that's still a top 5 triple threat match to me, like ever.
I agree.
Oh shit.
agree.
Yeah, I forgot. Austin and Rock. I forgot they had their matches. 2000. Those are two good ones.
Austin Rock.
Yeah.
X7. Yeah.
X7 and 2019.
19's great too.
Y'all have a 2000s hot take. It could be anything. It could be a certain match overrated, a certain match they think is better than another match. It could be a superstar. Any 2000s hot take that y'all want to give.
I don't know if it's a hot. It's not really a hot take, but I just want to just say that decade was like at least till about 2008ish. I feel like that in-ring work was like perfect. Like it was like the perfect mix of storytelling. It still looked believable, but like it wasn't like slow and lethargic and like it wasn't it was overbooked at times, but it wasn't like Attitude Era overbooked. They didn't rely on it wasn't like a bunch of brawls. It was like just good in-ring storytelling bell to bell, but it wasn't like full of a bunch of bullshit, either like interference or like kicking out at 2, like all these high spots. Like I think that was like the most perfect mix of wrestling that you could ever get in WWE in that like decade alone.
You think that's the best in-ring story work in the company's history, like that era?
Yes. Yeah. That might be a hot take. That's probably that might be.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna piggyback off of that and say like a hot take, but I feel like the 2000s might be WWE's best quality era they've ever had. Like, yeah, Attitude Era was more famous. And this is not counting NXT, the Takeover era, because I mean, y'all know how I feel about that. But if you just look at main roster, everything you look for in a wrestling show, everything you look for in characters, everything you look for in matches, it's in my opinion, it's better than the Attitude Era across the board. Because I feel like Attitude Era was more, we had our highs, but there was also lows. There wasn't really as much quality across the scene. Whereas like I mean, shoot, we could probably argue that's still probably WWE's best mid card they've ever had
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
2000s. Tag teams, maybe not. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember.
No, because I'm a piggyback off that because the apex of tag team wrestling was the year 2000 into 2001. So you have like literally the best part of the Attitude Era happened in the 2000s, was the year 2000 and 2001. So like I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
That's true too. That was 2000, 2001 are probably the peak of the Attitude Era. Even though the invasion angle wasn't what they wanted it to be at that time, I think they made that might be my hot take. I think the invasion angle is a little overrated. I ain't gonna lie. I think they made
A little bit.
they made the best work with what they had. I feel obviously
Did they?
you know
Did
missing
they?
yeah because
Did they?
you missing some of the key you're missing some of the key stars that had guaranteed contracts. You know, so they didn't really have
yeah.
to. They didn't really have to, like the NWO, Goldberg, Sting, like those guys didn't have to be there because they're getting paid doing nothing. So
Mhm.
it's like, you know, and at that time, you know, like certain people I knew, like Goldberg and Sting, really didn't trust like WWE's like creative direction and stuff. So they were kind of skeptical about that. NWO obviously was going to come back because they ended up coming back as soon as they were able to come back. So that was going to happen. But for what they had in the roster, the only bad parts about it is them like, I feel creatively they struggled when they were trying to figure out ways to make the invasion work as far as like WWE, WCW, ECW, and then who's with who, and then having WWE guys switch sides, like Stone Cold's going to WCW and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
makes sense.
that's not a
Yeah.
WCW guy. You know, like that's a WWF guy right there. Kurt Angle switching like sides. You know, like I feel like they use certain people in that spots that didn't belong in those spots, but for what they had, I feel like they you know made the best of what they could. It is if they had like the bigger stars, I mean, we're talking about maybe the greatest angle in wrestling history right there. Like you got Prime Sting still, you got Goldberg at his peak, you know, with Stone Cold there, The Rock is there, you got the NWO active, you know, like man, and if they were able to get Shawn Michaels back during that time too, like we're talking like some of the greatest stuff we would have ever seen in that company's history. Triple H also missed a portion of that too because he tore his quad, so you know he missed that whole whole 2001. Yeah, so he was a big piece that was missing too. So I feel like they did what they could, you know, but I do feel like it was a little overrated. Some people, you know, I think tarnish it too much because they're looking at the what if factor of it, which I understand. But for what they had, it was fine. You know what I'm saying? It could have been better, sure, but I don't think it was like
Made
bottom tier.
DDP a stalker.
The one thing that threw me off is that because I binged 2001 not too long ago. There was it kind of just evolved into WWF versus WWF instead of an actual invasion storyline with this alliance. Because like when you look at that 5-on-5 at Survivor Series, it's literally what Austin, Angle, and Shane. Like you got 3 WWF guys fighting for WCW.
It's pretty much the burial of WCW.
It's just
it's Vince pretty much putting his foot on WCW's throat. Saying, yep.
But there's a lot of gems from the invasion, so I have to agree with you on that.
And there's some people that still succeed. Like Booker T did really well in that era. You know,
he got done dirty though.
Super dirty, bro.
He definitely got done dirty.
Super dirty, bro.
He definitely got done dirty for sure. There's no denying that. That's why guys like Goldberg and stuff, they were skeptical to, you know, they're like, I don't know, man. I don't know about getting there. But I understand.
While we're on the topic of the invasion, like realistically, do y'all think that actually would have worked if they had the stars? Because I'm gonna bring up a clip that I've seen online with Deadlock when their podcast. The Rock would probably bury half like the big stars. He buried the NWO like on the mic. So like I'm like it would have been cool, but like realistically, like the Rock, like literally, like they were like Sting comes down, and Rock's like, finally after 3 boring minutes. I was like, yeah, that would have happened. They would have completely buried WCW. So like, would the invasion? Because would Vince's pride allow the invasion to actually be a good story, or will it just be a year-long burial of WCW?
I think. Well, I don't think it would have been a year-long burial of like the guys who were in WWE, like NWO. I think Goldberg. Just knowing Vince. Obviously, we know what Vince was later, but knowing Vince at the time, I think the people that probably would have been safe that Vince was like, I can't wait to have, getting Hogan and then back, Goldberg. No, he wanted Sting. And then maybe, well, actually, no. After that,
Booker T
it's
was
probably
safe.
for a game. But well, Booker T, I think, came on later because remember he had a lot of heat when they thought he injured Stone Cold.
Right, yeah, he's still safe,
Right,
though.
so like he ended up being fine, but like I think Booker T also was benefiting from the fact that all of them weren't there. If Booker T would have showed up with everybody, they would have stuck him straight in the mid card and probably wouldn't have given a fuck. So I think Nate kind of has a point. I think Nate kind of has a point. If them top guys, the NWO, Goldberg, and Sting are able to show up immediately.
Yeah, it depends. I understand the Vince's pride thing too, but I understand the Vince's pride because his ego is massive. But Vince also loves money too, so I think he would also understand like how much money that this shit gonna generate, especially during
That's
that time.
That's why I said only them top 5 guys.
And
NWO, Goldberg, and Sting,
and how much they gonna make. Plus, there's certain people that just can't be buried. I mean, I know The Rock trashed the NWO, but he can't touch Hulk Hogan.
Bury Hogan.
That's Hulk Hogan. I mean, like, ain't nothing he could say that's gonna affect the trajectory of Hulk Hogan. So now Scott Hall and Kevin Nash a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them guys a little bit different, but Hulk Hogan is an anomaly. So I feel the same with guys like Goldberg and Sting too. It's like there's certain people that are just untouchables and certain people that the fans won't be against, and even though Goldberg is kind of like a version of Stone Cold a little bit, there's certain things that Goldberg brings to the table that I feel just makes him also stand out by himself. So I don't know how the egos would have worked at that time because this was still around the time when wrestling was still like fight for your spot type stuff and don't give up your top spot type thing. So it's like I don't know how Rock and Austin would have felt with those guys coming in at that time. But then again, it's like I think they also understand business. I mean, Rock was losing to random people at random times too throughout that time frame, and Stone Cold is a little different though. Stone Cold is more of like protecting his spot. I feel more than The Rock is. I think Rock is more of just like whatever type stuff. Like this is what it is. But Austin literally walked out at one point when he was like, "Yeah, we ain't doing that creatively," and was gone for like 8 months. So I definitely don't feel like he would be put in a position that he definitely didn't want to be put in because he understands his value. Same with Hogan and all those guys. Sting probably will definitely just do whatever because he's just that type of guy. Goldberg would do that as well, even though he wouldn't like it, but he did it in WWE his first run. So it would be tough. Like the egos would be a big part too. That would be the biggest thing that I'm looking at where it's like, how do all these egos work together? But if there's one guy that could make it work, it would be Vince because this is the same guy that made 2 people work together in a storyline where one guy was literally cheating on one girl was literally cheating on the other guy, and they were together for many years. So it's like if it's his company today, so it's like whatever he wants is gonna happen. So he had that like Vince has always had that respect but intimidation factor where like this is a business and this is what we're doing. So you either you like it or you don't have to be here type shit. So it would be interesting to see how that would work out though. I would always be interested to see like how they would make that play out because with all that type of talent, I would want to think they would be able to do it. But then again, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes we don't know about either. So it's like, Hulk Hogan came back and put over The Rock, but does he do the same for Stone Cold? Does he do the same for some others? That's a big question. You know what I'm saying? Stone Cold, would he want to do the favors for certain people too? It's like, I don't know, man. That's tough to say. That's hard to say. And then it's like when those type of guys bring up arguments, it's like, how do you rebuttal that when Stone Cold's like, listen, bro, I was the guy that saved the era. Why I got to be losing to Hulk Hogan? Why I got to take the pinfall from Sting? You feel me? Like, so it's like, what do you really say to that?
I mean, in fairness, Stone Cold losing to Hulk Hogan, I mean, I probably would turn my nose up at that too. Like, why am I losing to the guy we beat? That top guy over there lost to me. Why would I be losing to that nigga?
But that's still Hulk Hogan at the end of the day, though. That's the argument they're making. That's the guy that was before him. So he's like, bro, They wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. They
What
wouldn't be.
John Cena song say? Your time is up. My time is now, nigga. Y'all lost.
Oh, well, Austin's
outta
time was up too at that point.
Yeah. Cause you got to think 2001, 2001. A lot of people forget that was The Rock's years, bro. That was The Rock's
Yeah.
time. That was his
Yeah.
era. He was the young guy that was still upcoming. I mean, they didn't. I don't think they knew for sure that he was gonna leave for Hollywood at those times. But
Mm-hmm.
in 2000, 2001, they was investing into The Rock fully, like heavily, like
Yeah.
so. Like he said, you know, Austin's time was kind of running thin too, bro. That neck ain't looking too good around that time, bro. So you know, a lot of people also forget too when he came. He left for 8 months. He left for 8 months. When he came back, he was only back for a month, and he left. He retired.
Yeah, one match. Well,
Came back at No Way Out and retired at WrestleMania. That was a month. So he wasn't even back a full 60 days.
Yeah,
bro came back for a month and said it's time to
came
retire.
back. Yeah, bro. He didn't have that good neck no more. You know what I mean?
So and maybe time off played a factor in that. Maybe that time off, you know, did.
Pause.
Maybe some time off did, but you also got to think too. How does that? If you have all these guys come in, like Hogan, Sting, Goldberg in that time, what does that mean for the upcoming guys too? Like if those guys end up staying, like Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, you know, Brock Lesnar, like what does that mean for those guys too? Because if they have Sting, if they have Goldberg and all these other top guys who stay, do they really need to invest in younger guys for the future? You know, like Brock probably would have survived because they showed.
Yeah.
They showed quickly, you know, that they were investing in him from the jump. Yeah. So like he probably would have thrived. Yeah. I guess you could probably say Orton and Batista too because they were put in Evolution. So those guys probably would have had a prominent spot. But then you look at Cena, it's like he didn't have a prominent spot for a minute. So
yeah,
I don't know how his career would have turned out to be if certain things hadn't lined up the way it is. What about the other guys like Benoit, Guerrero, Edge, those JBL? I don't think JBL get a WWE title if those guys there. You know what I'm saying? Like those other mid-card guys, if those guys get that chance to shine too.
Booker get a world title shot if Goldberg Sting's still there. Does he get one? Because he didn't get one until King Booker, and that was way after the invasion. So
way after,
Well, he was WCW champion when he came in 2001.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like under WWE. Would he have gotten
WWE's terms of the championship? Yes.
Yeah.
The World Heavyweight Championship, yes, he didn't get that until King Booker had arrived, and that was in 2006. So,
yeah,
the invasion had been over for a couple of years at that point. So, I mean, that is a fair point. I would say. What would y'all say? What's y'all favorite year of the 2000s decade that y'all would have?
Okay, so I said best was the year 2000, but my favorite is 2005. That shit got it, bro. If you think about how many elite rivalries came out of 2005, you got Edge and Matt, you got Eddie and Ray, Batista, Triple H, like the list just goes on and on, bro. There's so many good feuds in 2005, bro, and like the pay-per-views are fire. Like
I would say 2005 was a really good one. I can't lie.
That's a really good one.
2005 was a really good year. Especially when you look at the top heavy feuds, you know, you got Taker, Randy Orton, you got Edge, Matt, you got Batista, Triple H, Cena, JBL, you got Ray and Eddie, you know, you got even that was the start of the Trish and Mickey feud, you know, that led into 06. That was one of the best feuds of the Divas era. We got a lot of good stuff. I would probably say my favorite 2005 was up there, but 2008, bro. That roster was fucking
crazy roster.
Their roster was crazy, and the big four, the big fours that year, bro. SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, top tier, bro. All 10 out of 10.
Survivor Series is okay.
Survivor Series was good though. I like Survivor Series because you had two returns, you had good stories that played into it. You had good matches, you had good traditional matches. Like it was a good balanced show. That's probably like the weaker one compared to the other ones. And SummerSlam pretty much was a top heavy show when it comes to two matches, but that was still like a fun show to watch because that was the start of the Glamourella stuff that took off, which was really good at that time. Punk and JBL was an underrated match I thought was good for that show. And that was kind of the rise of Jeff Hardy when he started to really become bigger and bigger. But 08's like star power. You had Shawn Michaels, you had John Cena, Edge, Randy Orton, you had Rey Mysterio, you had Kane, you had The Undertaker, you had Triple H, you had Jeff Hardy, you had CM
Yeah.
Punk on the rise at that time.
Yeah.
So many people. Randy Orton, Edge was still around. Like
Edge
so
was
many people
fucking.
at that time that could fill in main event slots. Like that's one thing I loved about the 08 era is that the pay-per-views, they weren't really doing Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views separately anymore, but like the main event scene was like fluctuating like every show. Like it might be Taker and Edge, and it might be Cena and Randy or Triple H and Randy or like whoever, you know what I mean? Like it was very interchangeable. The Jericho on the rise at the time too, like that roster was, man, that's that Batista, golly, bro. Like
Good
that
time,
roster
man.
in 08 was
It was crazy. It was
wild.
crazy. They were doing crazy
That was
stuff.
my
in 2008.
that was my first like full year of watching. I started watching in 07. That was my first like, full year. Ooh, that was a good time.
2008 draft, generally one of the most exciting episodes.
That's so
of childhood.
crazy. Yeah,
that was
bro,
so peak, man.
So peak.
I'm talking
was
like
excited, bro.
peak childhood excitement, bro.
Yes, bro. I was like, I get to see Triple H on SmackDown for free. I was like, bro, I was so happy.
Yeah,
I was
Jeff
so
on
happy.
SmackDown. Yeah, bro.
Yes, bro.
No, yeah,
That shit
Triple
was
H on
so lit.
SmackDown, bro. That shocked me. I couldn't believe it.
That shit was crazy. That shit.
He had a
That's
good
my
run,
favorite
too.
draft. That's the best draft they've ever had. 2008. That shit was so
Bro,
good.
that shit was crazy. They moved Triple H.
They moved JR.
They moved
fucking SmackDown?
the two that got me that they put Jeff on SmackDown, and then they put Triple H on SmackDown. But what got me is that when they put Batista on Raw, I was like, yeah, we gotta get him and Cena, bro. It's time, bro. Because they was in the ring together. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We can't avoid this anymore, bro. It's time. It's time. Like,
Bro, they
Batista
did
and Cena
JR
on the
dirty,
same
though.
brand. That's
They did.
They did JR a little dirty.
Yeah.
they was like,
They
oh,
did.
JR
They
on
didn't even tell him. They didn't even tell him. That was like genuine, bro. That was real. Like he didn't know he
And
was
that
on
that-
05
that was
draft,
sad.
too, though. That
Yeah.
05 draft was
Yeah.
lit, bro.
Yeah.
When they started with
2005
Yeah.
draft is good because it was like the unpredictability of like who showed up, like random people just showed up. Like Cena showed up on Raw, the episode crazy. Like
Yeah,
that
that's a
was
good
like
episode.
that was wild. So, and I knew as a kid too, like when Cena showed up to Raw, I'm like, they got to put Batista on SmackDown because no way you're gonna have Cena and Batista on the same brand. Like that was just that's not possible. Like you can't do that at the time. Like that's literally not possible. So that was pretty great. I would say that I always thought it was funny too how there are two people that had never switched brands. They always kept Shawn on Raw and Taker on SmackDown. I don't know why, but like they never.
Sean had a Bible study. That's why he couldn't go to SmackDown.
Yeah,
I guess.
Bible study on I think Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he never went to SmackDown because he had Bible study.
And I guess Undertaker was like, yeah, let's keep me on Tuesdays. you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Probably better for his schedule, I guess.
Question here from Rob. Quick question: what's an overrated match from the 2000s? Good question.
Overrated match? Ooh.
Oh, that was gonna be my hot take.
Go ahead, Mo.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
got one.
Go ahead, Mo.
Okay, was the question most overrated or a overrated?
Question was, what's an overrated?
What's an overrated?
An overrated.
Okay, and overrated. Okay, it's still top 10. But that 07 Rumble, bro.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
What's up,
gotta go
Rumble,
back
bro?
and watch.
That was cool.
It's good.
Y'all gotta
It's
go
good.
back. It's a great Rumble because of the ending. The ending is peak, and you can't take that away from it. But like, until Dawn shows up, fries. I'm not gonna lie,
Fries is crazy.
That's
that
crazy.
shit is. And I didn't know that until like I went back and rewatched it again. I was sitting there watching it, and I'm just like, bro,
07
there's like
Rumble?
nothing happening. There's nothing happening in this match until Shawn shows up. But that
My
ending
answer is gonna be a little different. It's not a bad match, but the WrestleMania match with Kurt and Brock, I just feel like they had better matches that year. Like if you look at the
That's
rest of
fair.
the year, like SummerSlam was better, the Iron Man match was better, and I feel like that's a cool main event. But I really feel like that's really kind of disremembered because Brock Lesnar almost broke his neck. Like the shooting star press. If he had hit the shooting star press, we're talking about like one of the greatest WrestleMania moments like ever. But like that's literally the highlight of the match that you see throughout promo packages and like everywhere you see. It's just that particular spot right there. It's not a bad match, but it's like I don't think it's one of the greatest WrestleMania main event. I think it's a B tier main event. It was fine.
I'm not gonna call it overrated. It's not overrated at all. But as far as streak matches go, I don't think Taker Michaels one is the best one. I think it's number 2 to end of an era. I think I rewatched that whole storyline and I rewatched those matches and I'm like, end of an era is bad. I don't think WrestleMania 25 is bad at all. It's one of the I think is number 3 if I'm right because I put Cody Roman 2 because I said that's the greatest professional wrestling match of all time. So I got to be consistent. But I still think it's a top tier match, fantastic match. But I think Inman era is better because if you rewatch the story, like I think the culmination of everything
Yeah,
is
you're right.
just it's just better. If you watch everything all the way through, you'll understand my point.
I think it gets better.
Ridiculous.
I think 25 is a really good match, but I think the stories get better year by year. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the streak year by year, it
100%.
got better the next year with career versus the streak versus career. It got better the next year when Triple H came in, and you're like, "What? Triple H wants a streak," and then you're like, that stare down they had in the ring when both guys came back the same night and they didn't speak. That was crazy.
So
And then it got better the next year with end of an era, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna fight you now, but Hell in a Cell." It's like the story got better and better every year. So.
Yeah.
But I do agree.
25 is the weakest story. Yeah, I think 25 is the weakest story, but I still got it as the best match out of the 4. But that's not crazy to say at all.
Yeah.
Match wise, if you want to say it, I mean, sure. Story wise, I definitely think it's the weakest. That wasn't even the best story going to the main of the year. So like,
yeah.
Oh no.
It was still a good story. I do like that the next year's story very much benefited from this one though. It was a very good building block. It was a very good building block.
I'm not gonna lie.
The greatest building block ever.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I was very disappointed when they announced the rematch at first because I wanted to see something different. I'm like, I want to see Taker fight. We saw it last year. You know, like can't fight somebody different on the roster. Like can't fight Christian. Like somebody different, bro. Like we gotta have the rematch. But then it got like as it progressed, man, this shit was like.
You know what's crazy? The week after Shawn Michaels calls out Undertaker, he goes to Little People's Court. Like the week after, and they don't even acknowledge it.
The very next week, I forgot it.
The very next week, bro. Yes, bro. I was watching Brian Zane. He's reviewing the guest host area, and the very next week, Shawn's in Little People's Court. They don't even mention that shit at all, bro.
Because I think Taker was off TV, right? Or no, he was the champion.
He was on SmackDown. That's why.
He was the World Heavyweight Champion. That's right.
Because he was on SmackDown, but they had the storyline with Hornswoggle. So Shawn goes from like I can beat you to fucking running away from little people, bro. Like,
see, it's like when they can do very good consistent booking, it makes sense, you know, because like they kept. That's when the brand split mattered, so they kept both guys separate from each brand. And because Taker was the world champion, Shawn Michaels challenged him. Taker said no, but it's like when Taker said no, it didn't really make him look like a coward. It was more so like, been there, done that, moving past that, bro. Like, all right, I did that. So now Shawn's obsession is like, I'm gonna win the Rumble, and then I'm coming after your ass at WrestleMania. Then he couldn't. He had the most dramatic elimination ever. Couldn't win. So how does he go to a?
That's why I love the 2010 Rumble so much.
How does he go to a plan B? He has to cost Undertaker the world championship in the chamber. So now Undertaker got no choice. All right, now I got to fight you because you cost me the championship. I got you now. So
good.
That promo, the day on Raw, I think is one of the greatest punchline promos from anybody you've ever heard. Is when he basically said, "My career doesn't mean anything to me unless I can beat the streak." He said, "If I don't beat you,
I don't have a career.
I don't have a career."
Oh my god!
Like I'm Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest ever, but my career doesn't mean anything if I can't beat you.
It's such a good story, bro. Because the year before he was so cocky. He was so cocky the year before, and then the next year completely flipped. He was desperate. Oh, it's so fucking beautiful.
The streak was already important in my mind as a kid at that point, but that was really like when it clicked for me. Like this is something special. Like the streak is like championship level almost. That's when it clicked.
Yeah,
that's what I really wish they would have told during the Brock story. So when they had the Brock story going into 30, I felt like the way they should have built that was how they did it with Shawn, where it's like Undertaker can't beat this guy. It's not possible. Like they should have made it because they should have made us like believe more and like Brock's gonna be the guy to do it, and then he ends up doing it, obviously. But it's like going into that match, I still didn't really believe like Brock really had a shot. Like he's not gonna beat the streak, you know what I mean? But like they should have found a way to make it where like every week Brock got the upper hand, where it's like, oh no, Brock might do it. That's how I felt going into 26, where it was like Shawn's career. I don't know, man. Like that's the first time I thought Undertaker could lose at WrestleMania. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I really didn't. I honestly didn't know what was gonna happen during that match and how it was gonna play out. That was the first time I felt Undertaker could possibly lose a WrestleMania type match. But then, like I said, he got better the next year when Triple H came in. And the crazy thing about that return too, when Triple H returned, and they had that stare down in the ring. I think people forget The Rock came back the week before. So the week before, The Rock came back, and then the next week you had Taker and Triple H both back. I honestly felt like wrestling was back. I swear to God, in my mind at that time, based off those two events, I'm like, wrestling is back. It's saved again because the
It's
roster
hard
was
not to
kind
think
of.
that. Yeah.
That's when they were had like Miz was champion and shit, and I'm like, bro, I don't know about these
Bro,
champions, bro. Like,
that segment, I regret it now because I hate 27 with a burning passion. But that segment where they both returned is literally what made me beg my mom to buy 27. Like I begged her to buy it. She finally did.
man,
But
terrible show.
terrible making it again.
Very terrible.
Terrible.
Very
Literally,
terrible.
that WrestleMania match, that WrestleMania match in story alone is like carrying like LeBron carried the Cavs in 2018, bro. Like it's carrying.
Yeah. It's like Thor's carrying the Avengers.
Like Randy versus Punk is a cool match, but I've the only match I've ever gone back and watched on that show is Taker and Shawn. Never gone back and watched another match. No point.
I've watched this entirety, unfortunately.
Like
That's
I've never
pretty
gone
bad.
back and watched it, and I have I have it on DVD. I still have I bought it on my
Burn
grandma
that
bought it
shit.
on DVD, so that's what I was
That's what I would've
collecting.
said.
Like
That's
I mean,
what I-
actually burn it. Don't burn it like you burn it. Like burn it like in fire.
That's when I was collecting the WrestleMania DVDs at the time, trying to collect them, and that's the one that I have, and I remember like watching it. You know, because back then you had to watch it like if you didn't buy the show, you had to watch it on, like Daily Motion or something. You know, so it was like watching the show entirety. I'm like, bro,
How many of them do you have? The WrestleMania.
I have WrestleMania 20, 21. I have 26, 27, and 28. The only reason I don't have 22, I had it, but I traded one of my friends for another DVD when we were kids. He had it was I think it was the ladder match disc, the ladder match set or something like that of ladder matches, and I wanted that one, so I traded him that one. 23 I didn't get. 23 and 24 I didn't get, and because I watched those live, and 25 I didn't get because I watched live too. So
Oh, I'm
I didn't
sorry.
I didn't end up getting those because I saw those at live. So, but I wish I would have got them back then just to have to add on to the collection portion of it. But I got quite a few DVDs that I had from my like that's one thing I used to get at Walmart all the time. I would get like at least one DVD. I would try to at least try to pick out what I used to get the DVDs about the superstars' careers and shit. You know, like that's the ones I used to mainly get.
How about you, G? Overrated match?
Yeah, and I'm only putting this in the overrated because I think most people, when I hear them talk about it, they only talk about who's in it. They never talk about anything that happened. It's Rock Hogan. Nobody ever talks about anything that happened in that match. Other than hulking up, can you tell me anything that happened off the dome? Most people, maybe Malik, y'all, because I know y'all watched it multiple times. But like people in the chat, other than hulking up, can you tell me anything that happened in the match? I know I can't. You know what I mean? It's. I'm not saying it wasn't a good match. I'm not saying it wasn't iconic. I was like, I'm not saying it wasn't iconic, but I feel like nobody ever talks about what happened in it. And I feel like when most of y'all go back and watch what happens in it, it's good. It's you know, if that match happened, but it wasn't Rock and Hogan, nobody would ever talk about it. But because it was Rock and Hogan, the star power, changing of the guard, whole nine, yeah, I get it. I understand it. But like I don't feel like anybody ever really talks about what happens in the match.
That match is so great too because they had to change everything in the match too on the fly. Like everything was in the match they had to change based off the crowd reaction.
Yeah, I was like, it's more about the crowd and the environment. It's like
Right.
So when I talk about Roman Cody too being the best professional wrestling match of all time, I'm not saying that because of the in-ring work. If I base it off the in-ring work, it's not even top 25. Like there's so many better, and it's a good match in ring. Like it's not bad at all. Like Roman and Cody have great chemistry, but it's everything that professional wrestling is. The in-ring work is really good. And then the storytelling, the crowd reactions, everything that goes into professional wrestling that makes professional wrestling. That's why I say it's the greatest, because there's really no other match that I can think of that takes everything that professional wrestling is and has it packed in one match and does it so beautifully and tells stories that go back decades. We're not just talking about talking decades, because Taker was in that shit. So that's like going all the way back, like all the connections, all the stories that intertwined in it. It's so beautiful, and that's why I think it's the best. Rock and Hogan while the in-ring quality isn't like anything crazy, it's just the crowd reaction, the changing of the guard, the story of Hogan coming back to WWE, the fans receiving him, The Rock being the guy who's been in WWE killing it for the past few years. Like, he's been the guy. Like, people love Rock, but that night they loved Hogan because of what Hogan did. And like, it's what it really, if you had to show someone what professional wrestling is, I would show them those two matches, because those two matches are the epitome of what professional wrestling is.
That's a match that every professional wrestler would inspire to be in a match like that. That's the type of match you would want to be in, where literally you have the crowd in the palm of your hands, where you could do it, you could do anything, and people are going to react. You don't have to do the most exciting flips or whatever. You could do the bare minimum. You could do a wrist lock for 10 minutes, and people are still going to react. Like, they literally had the crowd in the palm of their hands, where they had to pretty much switch up everything, because going into the match, Rock was supposed to be the face, Hogan was supposed to be the heel, but because of how the crowd was reacting, they literally had to switch where now Rock's playing the heel, Hogan's the face. And that shows too, like, how professional two guys are at that level, where it's like, we had a plan. All right, well, we can change it now, and we're just gonna do it differently now. Just go out there and we'll just figure it out. So based off that might be the greatest crowd reaction we've ever heard to any match, like to any match period. Like, based off how the crowd reacted in that match, I don't know if we'll ever experience something like that again. Roman and Cody is very close, but that was more so towards like the climax of the people coming out and the ending and everything. But like, bell to bell from start, middle to end, that match literally had the embodiment of everything you would want to me as like, you want to reach that level. That's the level you want to be at right there, where it's like, you can go out there and you can do anything and the crowd will just eat it up. You can do whatever in the match and it'll still get over.
Yeah.
There was a question that just happened from Brennan White, which I think is a very popular one. They asked if you still wish it was Austin instead of Taker. Actually, I don't. It's kind of like one of those things. I didn't know this was a better option until I got it. Undertaker showing
Austin
up.
Hogan?
No. I'm assuming he's talking about Austin showing up instead of Taker for Mania 40.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I wanted Austin because I knew The Rock was going to be there. Once I got Taker, it was that much better, because Austin really only has that history with The Rock, but Taker has that history with The Rock. Taker has that history with Roman. Taker has that history with Cena, if we want to be technical, just because they've been there for the longest. I mean, we all know they should have been at a Mania match. I mean, that's a debate that's been going on for years. Take Prime Cena, Prime Taker, who's winning that Mania match. So there was a lot more investment. And Undertaker's always had that identity of, like, not to be corny, but locker room leader, like standard bearer, like the moral compass of WWE.
I was going to say that they literally, Michael Cole would call Undertaker the conscience of WWE. So that, I was like, oh, that's fucking beautiful. The fact that he showed up out of retirement to put The Rock in his place, of all people, like, that like solidified Undertaker as like the forever conscience of WWE. That shit was beautiful. I think that was way better than Austin.
Yeah. Austin would have been great just because anytime that glass shatters, you're going to fucking go crazy. But with that, I think that gong hitting was like, oh, and it was just that much better.
And then Michael Cole saying, "Holy Christ." I was like, bro.
Hey, man, they be telling him, man, hey, look, we get 2 cuss words a show. And they already used it. They already used it yesterday, so just watch out.
I wish I could relive that shit again, bro. That shit was
fantastic, bro. What's a moment you wish you could relive from the 2000s, that decade, like a match, a story?
I wish I could just be a little bit older and understand wrestling a little more, because I feel like I would appreciate it more. The older, because I was very much a closeted. I thought WWE was the only thing there, right? I didn't know about New Japan, didn't know about TNA, didn't know about none of that. I didn't start knowing about that till like 2016 when AJ showed up. AJ Styles is the reason I was like, because he debuted, everybody went crazy, and I'm the only one kind of sitting there like, who the fuck is this? And that's when I was like, okay, I need to kind of expand, because clearly there's a bigger world out there that I don't know, right? So I wish I was just a little bit older to appreciate it, because like me now, I can go back and watch it, but like I could just imagine a Triple H Shawn Michaels feud, like with my smart mind, like an older mind, developed mind, and appreciating all the years of history. I can appreciate when AJ Styles debuts because I know this should have been happened if we want to be honest, right? Like AJ should have been in this company and being the guy that everybody says he is. So, and then it's just like little things too that now I go back and I'm like, oh, that actually wasn't that good, right? But I was just like, I was so like, even though it's in the later years, it's not 2000s, right? I was happy when John Cena beat the Nexus. Now I hate that decision more than anything. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
love that decision. That shit makes sense.
There you
Fuck
go.
Ronald Carver.
if they,
There you
yeah, I was
go.
gonna say, if they cut off like the bottom three of that group, and it was just basically the core, but when they were still good, I think we could have made something work. But yeah,
But what was the question?
A moment you wish you could relive from the 2000s again. Somebody said Jeff Hardy won the WWE title. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I want to
yeah,
relive
that's the one.
CM Punk beating Jeff Hardy.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Like I said.
All right, bro.
You
I
lucky
can't
I
believe they
forget
made
Punk.
CM Punk hit the heel because he told Jeff stop drinking. I can't believe they did
It's because
that.
he was being a dick about it, but that makes you the best heel. That makes you a better heel. When you're being a dick.
Yeah.
When you're right.
Well,
but you're being a
he
dick.
was only being a dick about it because Jeff Hardy kept fucking up. Eventually, that kind, gentle parenting shit ain't gonna work, nigga. Hey,
Gentle
I
parenting is
done
crazy.
gave you 4 chances, and you still keep drinking, nigga. All right, cool. Now I'll kick you out the WWE.
Gentle parenting is crazy.
So I'll probably just the rise of Jeff Hardy, just to experience that again.
Yeah.
Because that showed, yeah, bro. Like when he left, bro, I was heartbroken, bro. That had me, bro. I was so mad. But that whole rise, just to relive like all the kids, be like, I'm Jeff Hardy, jumping off shit. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that shit literally made me the fan I am. So
I'll say probably I got 2 in mind, but a moment I wish I could relive again from 2000s. I'll say Cena returning at the Rumble. Like that was so unexpected and so like hard to believe. Like when he got hurt and they took the title off him because of his injury, I was like, bro, I gotta go all this time with no Cena, bro. That was tough. But then like to see him back at the Rumble, I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro, there's no way. This guy's not human. Like, how is this possible? Like, that moment right there in general was like, for a good 15 seconds, bro, the crowd was behind him until they realized, oh, John Cena. All right.
it was like, oh wait, yeah, we don't like him.
But they went crazy when the nigga came out though. They was like all happy, but then they realized it was John Cena. Like, oh, all right, John Cena.
You got your answer, Mo, or
Oh yeah, literally the Jeff Hardy rise. That's it. Yeah.
I got a question. Not really a question, but can we talk about 2006?
What about
That's
that?
a
What
weird
about
year, bro.
The craziest, the fucking most cracked out year they've had.
2006
Such
was
a
a crazy year,
weird
man.
year.
They had the live celebration with Lita and Edge. Had the return of DX. When they started doing
ECW.
crazy shit. ECW
With
was
Big
brought
Show.
Fighting
around.
God.
Cena versus RVD One Night Stand. They had a lot of crazy shit.
Durag
Trish and Mickey
Vince.
James.
Yeah.
Durag Vince. No, that's 2007. 2007. That's 2007.
No, Trish and Mickey James.
Oh, yeah,
No,
that
that was
was
Vince
2007.
fighting God. That was the
Oh, you
Vince
talking about-
fighting
you talking
Vince
about-
fought God before Durag Vince. Yeah,
Vince and
I
God.
forgot.
Yes.
I forgot. My bad. My bad.
Man went to a church
I had my
and
crazy
was doing
Vince.
the Triple H spit, bro.
Hey,
Like,
Vince
do
and
not
God.
be in
hey,
the
was
gate.
was 06 not the first one in the big cash in?
Shit.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
was,
it
yeah,
was.
that's how it started.
Yeah.
First
Oh
Money in
my
the Bank
God.
cash in. That was
This nigga-
crazy.
Rey
He
Mysterio.
went to church. Oh my God. Mr. McMahon went to church. He went to church and he didn't burn up. I don't understand this. He
The
said,
Joey Styles pipe bomb. Joey Styles pipe bomb was good.
what did Vince
Oh,
say to
yeah.
church? He said,
Yeah.
if I'm wrong or something, may God strike me down. Shane steps back.
Bro, Ric Flair
Crazy
and Mick
shit.
Foley in a fucking, what was it, I Quit match or something?
I quit match and Ric Flair. Yeah.
Him and Ric Flair, I quit match. So it was actually pretty good though. I can't lie. Pretty good match.
Yeah.
Big Show was doing everything that year for whatever reason. God knows
Yeah, they
why.
had Big Show.
Ric Flair was on his run of just wilding, bro.
Bro, that year they had Ric Flair in TLC matches, Money in the Bank ladder matches,
Extreme
I Quit
matches.
matches,
He
street
had a
fights,
hardcore match with Big
hardcore
Show,
matches.
bro.
This nigga was like 57.
And then wait, this was the year they didn't Rated RKO kill him too? Like they
Yes.
concerto his ass, bro.
Him and Roddy Piper.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Like they dragged Ric Flair out. He was
Concerto
bleeding.
the fuck out of him.
And
It
they
was
won
like
the tag title.
50.
So random. So random. That was the most. 2006 was a very like just random
Shit.
year of like things that were just happening. Like there were some good things, but there was also some bad, like December to Dismember.
Yeah.
Foley and
ECW Zombie.
Flair and Piper winning the tag titles. Like just the most
That
random
fucking
thing.
Zombie,
The ECW side of the way to disgrace the ECW brand. Like
It was so quick.
Oh,
They didn't
yeah.
even take their time. They just said, "Fuck this shit."
That was the year Vince someone said that was the year Vince said the N-word. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was the year.
No, that was 05. That was 05.
Oh, it was 05?
Survivor
Survivor
Series.
Series, yeah.
05.
Survivor Series.
Oh yeah, they
I'm
cut
know
that
what
from
these
the
years
they
off
cut
the
that
back
from
of your
the
head like it's on your birth certificate. I don't.
You
They-
said
I'm
they-
getting
yeah.
confused with the years.
Survivor
Yeah, I
Series
forgot.
05, yeah.
Vince,
what
all
they-
of Vince's crazy shit just kind of comes in just 1 year for me. Oh my god, that nigga like 2005, really 2006 to 7, but it kind of started in 05. That nigga just lost
Not to
his
mention he
mind.
got his
on one.
Vince was in the ring a couple times too. He was like 62 at the time, bro. He was
Yeah.
getting his ass
He-
beat too. Like
by Sean. Oh my god, and he had his head in Big Show's ass, like just
Yeah.
they the booker. He books everything. He finalizes everything, and he did that shit.
they had that was the year too when Boogeyman ate that thing off Jillian's face.
Oh my god, no! Oh my god, don't get me.
They
started
had some
on Boogeyman.
crazy shit that year, man. 2006 was such a crazy year of just wild, chaotic stuff.
Khali debuted that year.
Oh gosh, that is true.
We're not gonna act like when
Punjabi
he first came
prison,
on that.
bro.
Hey, we're not gonna act like when he first debuted, and I'm not gonna lie, we're not gonna act like he wasn't a little scary of a presence.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
a
Still
week.
hate him.
Yeah,
The debut of the Punjabi prison.
yeah, that didn't involve Khali and involved Big Show
Bro,
because
Great American Bash 06. Shout out to Wrestling Gifts. That video he made on that show is so fucking funny. Because, bro, they just kept saying niggas got elevated liver enzymes. Like, what the fuck does this
What does
mean?
this mean,
What does
bro?
that mean? Like, fuck.
Oh my god!
Like, Khali couldn't do the match because he had elevated liver enzymes. So they ended up doing Undertaker and Big Show in the Punjabi prison. Like, what are we doing, bro?
That even makes it random. That match that wasn't even created by either of them. Just most random shit. Like
They could
So
have just had a
crazy,
match, bro. Like, why did they?
And they
have to
brought
do
that
this?
shit. They literally brought the Punjabi Bridge back like 11 years later for some reason. I don't know
they had
why.
the next
For
year.
gender.
But it wasn't good then.
They had another one the next year. It was Batista.
Yeah,
and
they
Khali.
did. And Khali, that shit was.
Yeah, when
alright.
Batista
Batista and
jumped
Khali.
to
I used to think that shit
cage.
was so cool as a kid. I was like,
That was
"Oh,
the best part of that
Batista
whole match.
That was the
part of
best part. The rest of this shit, oh my god,
That shit
it's
was
fun.
ass.
That was
I
how,
would
that's how
say
Batista
too-
won the title back, right?
No, that was a
Yeah.
triple threat. Unforgiven when he beat him
Oh,
and Rey
okay.
Mysterio.
Oh, that's how you retained. Okay, gotcha.
Shelton Benjamin's mama. That's the one I looked it up. Shelton
Didn't
Benjamin's
Vince,
mama.
wait, was this a year or was this 05? When this is
That
like,
was
Sheldon,
06.
I don't know if you know this, but you're African American.
Oh,
That
jeez.
was 07. I think that was 07.
That was 07? Oh
that's
my
when
god.
The
Bro.
illegitimate. That might have been. What is that?
It was a skit with him, Trish, and
No,
Sheldon.
that was like
Vince-
04 or 05. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
I was
it should've been
on 5?
earlier
Okay.
then, 'cause Trish
that was
gone
that was
by-
them
Oh, sorry.
remaking the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
commercial.
Oh
She
my
made fun of
god,
it.
bro.
That shit was crazy. I'll say 06 was pretty wild though. for a
Oh, 6
while.
was insane.
I think the best thing about 06, you got Edge and Cena, but I'm not gonna lie, DX return, bro. The shit they were doing in 06 was fucking hilarious, bro. Them all the shit they did to Mr. McMahon, changing the microphone to different sounds and shit when he was talking,
Yeah.
exploding the limousine exploding. They
Yep.
literally put DX on the headquarters, bro.
The
like,
headquarters.
and I know people who actually said people who lived out there in Connecticut, and they said like that was there for like weeks, bro. Like on the
Oh
headquarters. Like,
my
they drive by headquarters and it's
God.
just there weeks or like on the headquarters, bro. That shit was legendary.
That's fantastic advertising, though. That's fantastic. That's
like,
Facts.
that was legendary.
Like,
shit,
imagine
bro.
like a fan who stopped watching just found out. Oh, DX is back. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, like oh shit, okay.
DX
oh,
on the
that's cool.
spray painting on the like that was man. DX coming back was great in 06. Whatever.
Somebody spray someone on fucking headquarters now. Some fucking I don't know who's a cool group in WWE right now.
The Bloodline.
Put the one on the headquarters.
The one emoji. Oh god.
On headquarters.
Back then they had to. Back then they had to use spray paint.
Bloodline, boy.
Back then they had to use spray paint. Now they just use like a projector or something to put the one up there. You know.
Just put a QR code on headquarters, and at least Roman Reigns doing this. That's all.
Just a picture of him.
Shout out to Josh for the super chat. What's the most embarrassing segment or match someone caught you watching? I'm talking about the show was good, but then the moment was terrible.
Every time my fiance would walk in on me watching wrestling, it used to piss me off because she'd always watch in on like Brie Bella versus Paige, or walk in on fucking. Oh my gosh! The last time she got annoyed with me was when Liv Morgan was doing her greatest of all time thing that she does, like the greatest women's champion of all time, and she like drags it out. Yeah. When she drags it out, my fiance almost cussed me out. She was like, "Put your headphones on. I'm not trying to hear that shit." I was like, "My bad." I was like, "Hey, she's doing her job though." I was like, "She's doing her job though."
What did Drake say? What did Drake say? She a 10. She sound good on mute.
What is who do you guys think is the most
Nah, that ain't why. I hated the Bellas before she got here, bro.
Oh my god.
I think the most embarrassing.
The most embarrassing what? Go ahead.
Well, okay. Luckily, I started watching more so when they kind of calmed down a little bit, like 07, 08 ish. Yeah. But one time my mom got me play it was actually recently playing Fulfill Your Fantasy on 06 because I was recording gameplay.
I forgot
for a video.
Forgot about that. That shit was wild.
Bro, that shit was hilarious. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "For a video, Mom. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you."
She had the accent too, dude, I bet.
Shit.
What were you fulfilling, Mom?
What is this? What is this?
I think the people in the chat want to know, what fantasy were you fulfilling, Mo?
Huh?
What fantasy were you fulfilling, Mo? The people in the chat want to know.
Watch out, bro. The YouTube check fantasy.
The fact that shit was in the game. I don't even.
I don't know.
That was in GMO too.
The fact that they were selling. The fact that they were selling.
I feel like that was in GMO. Like that was an option. I feel like that was an option for your
I know the OG SVR. That was the first game with online, right? The only options you had was like singles and bra and panties. I'm like, you couldn't code nothing else.
Hey, and I'm telling you right now, the fact that back in like the WrestleMania 22 games, rated E for everyone, they were selling bra and panties matches.
I'm so sure.
That shit was T.
Nah,
actually, was it
my parents made me take a break from WWE because they saw a bra and panties match. Is like, my 3-year-old does not need to be watching this.
I feel like that shit was T, right? That's just T.
Bra and panties matches?
T.
Yeah, it's SVR. At least the first few.
It's in there. It's in SVR.
Yeah.
But I had the WrestleMania 22 game, like the old one, like.
Oh, like Xbox shit?
Yeah, like on the OG Xbox.
None of those games are good.
Hornswoggle, Vince's son. Who would y'all say is the biggest fumble of the 2000s, though? Superstar that missed opportunity.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Muhammad Hassan, obviously, is one of them.
That's a really good one.
Muhammad Hassan is one of them.
I'm gonna be different. I'm not gonna say it's fumble, but I think just it's one of those instances, the wrong era. And yeah, I think he was in the wrong era. I think it could have worked in like the mid 2010s. Kazarni, I think at a certain point that could have worked in NXT. Like that could have been so over in NXT. I think he's just in the wrong era. That definitely could have worked on the indies, but I think like in Black and Gold, like that would have been. I think that would have been refreshing to watch. I think it could have got over.
Arnie.
I don't even know who that is. I ain't gonna hold you.
I gotta think.
Trash head nigga. That's who it was.
He was in the wrong era for sure. He was in the wrong. That shit.
I don't know if I've ever seen him hype up a debut. and he was literally there for a week and never saw him again.
He had one match. That shit would have went platinum.
What happened? What did he do?
Blue Pants.
Nobody
Blue Pants
knows.
would go over.
He just
Nobody
never
knows
came
what
back.
he did.
Disappeared.
No, he never
Yeah.
came back. I don't know,
Yeah.
bro. He just never came back, bro.
I would say the biggest
I would
fumble.
say, I would
go ahead.
say, I'm gonna say Mr. Kennedy.
That was my
I'm gonna say
answer.
Mr. Kennedy for me. Mr. Kennedy, I think, could have been one of the best heels of that time frame. He literally won Money in the Bank for a reason, but I think there were certain powers probably against him that kind of pushed him down further down the card. Maybe he upset some people. I don't know for sure, but I definitely feel like Mr. Kennedy had all the potential in the world to be a very good world heavyweight champion in that time frame. I'll say Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, it's just that was my answer too. It's just the fact that a misdiagnosis of an injury is why he lost the Money in the Bank, because they said he had like a torn, I think it was a torn tricep is what they said, but then they evaluated it and realized it wasn't that serious. They had him lose Money in the Bank for no reason, literally no reason.
That's what they said. Torn tricep.
Yeah.
Mo, what's yours? Who you got?
That was mine. Mr. Kennedy was my answer.
Shelton Benjamin is one. That's another one people are saying in the chat. Shelton Benjamin.
Sean Benjamin's a good one.
That's another good one too, especially with his athleticism and different presence.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been up a little higher. I definitely feel. I mean, Chris Benoit can win the world title. He can't cut a promo. Why can't Shelton Benjamin? So good point. Let's see.
They have the chance in 04 to do something.
MVP's another one. MVP.
I think Umanga is another one. I think that
Bro, Umaga,
he should have been bigger than he actually was. Should have been way bigger.
Umaga could have been way bigger than when he was. I definitely agree. Umaga was a machine, bro. At one point, like when
nowadays he would have been a 4-time world champion these days. Shit.
Yeah, if he would have.
I love the Samoans now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back then there was no bloodline during that time, so.
Yeah,
I would love to see what he would be doing with that if he was still around now. Rest in peace.
The bloodline?
Yeah, I wonder if he was like maybe not like he'd be a little older now, but like
he'd be an elder for sure.
Yeah, maybe like an elder. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because he was what, 30 when he passed?
He was young.
He was pretty young.
Yeah.
He was still pretty young.
Yeah,
he was still pretty young when he passed away. So Umaga would have been a really good one though. I definitely would have loved to seen him be utilized a little bit more than what he was.
Umaga.
Especially
They
after
still protected him too with the Cena feud. He didn't look bad after the Cena feud. He just lost. But...
Yeah, they just I don't know. They never wanted to make him world champion. Unfortunately,
he started losing quite a lot after that though.
Shoot, you see Jacob and them boys. Shoot, I don't want to make them world champions either, man. I don't know. They might turn this thing into a little tribal wrestling entertainment.
Oh,
the way they
at
take
that point, Dynamite's on Wednesdays, bro.
Yoshitatsu?
I don't know, man. Hey, yeah, Yoshitatsu? Hell nah, nigga.
You lost me. I was about to say.
Send that
theme
nigga
song
to
was
the
fire.
G1 climax, maybe.
Theme song was fire.
Yes. Yeah, theme song was
fire.
Theme song was fire. Brian Kendrick.
You know what's funny? What my brother used to tell me, like when we was younger, bro, he used to think he could beat up Evan Bourne because Evan Bourne was so small.
Evan Bourne was like that though, man.
He was like that, but he was small. But it's crazy. Like when you kids, bro, you like, I can beat him up. He's small, but you grow up, you're like, you're gonna beat the fuck out of me. It's a grown ass man.
Yeah, I mean, you're right because I just feel like Yoshitatsu was never a threat.
Like, yeah, I mean, like when you book someone, I even agreed. I was like, yeah, you probably beat his ass. He's small as fuck. But I was like, now that I'm older, I'm like,
what's crazy? So you remember going back to the 2000s, WrestleMania 23. You had Battle of the Billionaires. You had Cena, Shawn Michaels, Batista, Triple H. Right? 3 crazy matches on the show. Still don't know if we've ever had the feel of two world title matches that felt Cena, Michaels, and Batista Taker level. I don't know if we've ever felt that again. But there was a point, I think people forget, there was a point in time where Donald Trump was like well liked by a lot of people because going into WrestleMania, he was like the face where people like were cheering for him to overcome Vince McMahon.
He was a nice guy in Home Alone. People forget that.
He was.
Well, because he was just a TV personality. Like, we didn't look at him as, the president of the United States.
And I mean,
there was a super
black
chat
people
about
looked
it
up to him. So
Yeah, Bobby Lashley representing them.
Dude was just
WrestleMania.
crazy, bro. So crazy, bro. And
Bobby
you know what's
Lashley
crazy?
representing them.
And it's crazy. Like I don't put it past TKO to involve him in some shit again. Like
I
they
don't.
last year they showed that Triple H was at the White House at SummerSlam. Like I
They give no fucks.
They had a UFC
they
event
don't
there,
get.
bro. Like,
Yeah,
And Roman was there. Yeah.
I'm sure before his term is over, they'll have him involved in some bullshit. He'll probably be like front row.
I don't think
or
it could be in
some
front
shit.
of a live crowd though. I don't think they can do that.
He got to be in the
Well,
box.
they did it with
He got booed at the
MSG.
Knicks game. He got booed at the Knicks game.
It'd have to be like a special.
Yeah,
like,
doing that in New York was kind of crazy because New York is like notoriously blue. So showing him in New York was like.
Rob's question is
fun.
top 5 wrestlers who are get the F out of my TV screen.
I can go first.
Are we talking 2000s or just in general?
In general,
I think
or
it's talking in
2000s?
general, but there are a couple of them that are in the 2000s.
Yeah, it's a
Pretty
few from
sure.
2000s for me.
I mean,
Let's do it in general. We can do it in general. That's fine.
Tamina.
Oh wow.
Tamina Snuka.
Tamina for me.
Just put the whole
Who else?
together.
Anya Rune. I'm sorry, you girl. Get that gimmick's ass.
Who?
The girl from Evolve, the anime girl.
Oh,
That's just get the fuck off my screen for sure.
Yeah,
Jasper Troy,
shit.
get the fuck off out my life.
You mean the lock from 2K?
Yeah, the lock.
Yo.
The lock.
I can't get that out of my mind. Once he started looking like the lock, I can't get that out of my brain, bro.
And then Kali for sure. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then if we're going 2000s, as a kid, purely as a kid, Edge. Like, fuck Edge. As a kid, fuck Edge.
I love that.
Ruined my life. Man. Ruined my life.
Yeah, when he was feuding with Kane and taking Paul Bearer and throwing him in the freezer and throwing.
Well, I like that shit.
Yeah, that was my shit.
I'm gonna say top 5 wrestlers get off my screen. Heat, Great Khali for sure. Eva Marie.
God. Oh shit.
I'm gonna say. I'm thinking. I want to be a little different here. Let me give some answers so it can be a little bit different. I'm trying to dive deep into the bag.
There's quite a few.
I'll say. Jack Swagger. Got to be up there.
Yeah.
Stop hating on that theme song, man.
Fair.
Yeah.
No,
never
that's
understood.
That's the All-American American.
That
nigga.
theme is fine.
Never understood the hype behind him, bro. I never got it, bro.
The All-American American, man.
Simon Dean, definitely Simon Dean. From the 2000s, I would say Simon Dean. I definitely did not like Simon Dean at all, bro. He used to get on my nerves. I don't know, something about him just drove me crazy. And then last one. I ain't gonna lie. Last one, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say Diesel, bro. Watching his shit from the 90s, I'm like, bro. Yeah. If he ain't working with Bret Hart, it shit ain't moving me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If he ain't wrestling Bret Hart, it shit not good. Kevin Nash, Diesel don't matter what version.
Yeah, Kevin Nash is a very interesting case.
For me, I'm gonna just get them all out the way because there's so many you can pick. The Divas division plus Aaliyah, because she wasn't in the Divas division, but the Divas division plus Aaliyah, 98% of them can get off my screen. I'm sorry. I really, really tried, Nate. I tried my hardest. I did. I don't give a fuck about that nigga Mason Rook. He's not moving for me. He's not moving it for me, bro. I don't care. I tried my
crazy,
best.
Bro.
I tried, bro. I literally, genuinely tried. It's not doing it for me. Speaking with that same brand, Evil, get the fuck out of my face.
Yo,
get that nigga off my
Naraku?
screen.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, get that nigga off my screen. I'm not gonna lie, Eddie Kingston. Never been like he had his little moment. But then they got annoying real fast. I was off that nigga quick.
Wow, bro.
I was off that nigga quick. I was like, all right, bro, this is whatever. And then I spoke about him at nauseum. Mark Briscoe as a solo guy. He's not moving it for me. Get that nigga off my screen.
You crazy.
No,
honorable mention.
Fine. No, that's fine.
Honorable mention to Dustin Rhodes.
Goldust?
We know why. We know
No,
why.
Dustin
You know why.
Rhodes. Yeah.
Yeah, we know why.
No way Dustin Rhodes should be fucking getting curb stomped to concrete. Having a 15-minute competitive match after with Swerve. Yeah, bro. Get this nigga off.
Curtis
Curtis
Axel.
Axel.
Yeah,
They
he
tried.
wasn't
They,
really
they,
much.
they tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
Oh, Rob, you fucking cooked. Get that pandemic merchant off my fucking screen. Oh my god. Get Hikaru Shida out of here.
Oh
Please.
yeah,
Get that
yeah, bro.
pandemic merchant
Yeah,
off my
bro.
fucking screen.
Yeah, bro.
Out whatever company,
Yeah.
bro. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody
fucking
said
cooked, bro.
somebody said Danhausen for me. Yeah, I just kind of took that shit
He's
out my head.
getting there, and I really liked him, but he's getting there.
I like Danhausen, but I do
They
feel
doing
like
too
they pushing a little bit
Because
now.
that's what they do.
They pushing
Because
a little bit.
the best and worst thing he could have done was make them a lot of money. Now they're gonna shove them down everyone's throats, and
Yep.
people aren't, and the what made him work for so many people is not gonna work anymore. Because
What
WWE's
I think he's
comedy
been
is
I think he's been okay because he hasn't been involved with any main event story yet. I think him with the Judgment Day is perfectly fine. Cena and the little mink, like that little thing of Mania,
yeah.
perfectly fine. Once he starts trickling into the main event, then I'm with y'all.
The thing with WWE is with their form of comedy is they'll tell a joke and it's really funny, and then they'll tell it again and it's still kind of funny. Like, all right, that's funny. It's like the guy who says a joke and he keeps saying the joke, and it's like, okay, like the third time is like, okay, we heard the joke, and like 6 times later it's not fucking funny anymore because you keep telling the same joke.
Just wait, Danhausen gonna be in War Games. Just wait.
He probably will.
Yo, that nigga in War Games,
He gonna be
bro.
part of the. He gonna be honorary Oos.
Yo, shut the fuck up, bro.
Danhausen,
If I see
how sick-
Danhausen anywhere
sick
near the
we got-
fucking bloodline,
How sick in a
He gonna
hypothetical?
hit one of these. Watch it.
How sick in a hypothetical world if Danhausen was in the bloodline? They all came out with the face paint. Even Roman.
yeah, I'm not watching.
Okay, I could believe the Usos and even Jacob at this point. Roman?
Nah. Jacob show up in some
Roman?
makeup, bro. Nah,
Roman.
Jacob and Roman show up in some makeup, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Take that title reign off. Delete the title reign from history. That nigga show up in some Danhausen.
They gonna
Bro,
hook this shit
Roman
up and then
Reigns
they gonna
comes out
curse
with the
somebody.
face paint. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He out of the top 10. He out of the top 10, bro. He immediately out of the top 10 just for that alone. What about a main event star? Who's a main event star? Get the F off my TV that you have. Main event guy, attraction, main event,
I'm gonna
superstar.
give my 5 real quick, just to get them out the way. Kali, obviously. Y'all know how I feel about Kali. The Bellas, I don't care. They're
Yeah.
fuck off. El Grande Americano, I don't give a fuck what y'all's trying to tell me.
Bro,
That's
nigga
crazy.
hating on great
I'm
things.
not gonna lie. Disrespectful is crazy.
That's very disrespectful.
I
bro.
don't care.
I can get match versus match of the year, but okay.
Highest
Are
rated
you?
match
Are
in
you?
WWE
Wait.
history.
But can you honestly,
Here we
Mo?
go.
Even if you hate him,
Here
you
we go.
honestly don't think match versus match is match of the year
It
contender?
was a great match. That was a great match. I'm not.
You
about to sit here
hate
and say
El
that shit
Grande,
was bad.
but you like Danhausen. It's kind of crazy. I don't know.
That makes no sense to me. I'm with you. That makes no sense to me.
Not even gonna get into this conversation. Not doing this today. Nope.
It's
Nope.
so
Nope.
crazy.
And no.
Valid point.
And you
valid
don't like
point.
Lil Rush. And you
I
don't like
love
Lil
it how
Rush.
I love it how you never want to do anything when you're getting fried. When you don't want to have a
You-
conversation when
doing
you're
it,
getting
no.
fried.
You don't like El Grande.
Can I
Or
get to
Leo
number
Rush,
4? Yeah,
but you like
I
Danhausen.
You don't like
That
Leo
shit
Rush
don't make
either?
no sense.
You don't like Leo
No,
Rush?
he doesn't like the Blackheart. He doesn't get it.
I don't
What?
get it. I don't say I don't like it. I just don't get it right now. I just don't
Bro,
get it.
that shit is that's great right now. That's one of
He's
the
a
greatest
coon.
things they got.
I'm not locked into it, so I don't get it.
Because he's a coon. That's why.
He don't know, bro. That's why he don't know. He don't know.
Oof. I'm not gonna lie,
Hating
Mo.
on-
You
you-
is kind
you-
of hating on the minorities right now.
You hating on the black guy. You hating on the Mexican icon. Like, I don't know, man. It's looking kind of.
Yeah, I'm not
But
even
you
gonna
like
get the other two
Danhausen.
now. Forget it. Nope. Not even gonna get
Ain't that? Ain't he
No.
Wait,
German?
who are the other two? I want to see. I'm
Same
curious.
No, we good, man. It's over.
Sounds like a German name.
I should have saved El Grande for last. I knew it was gonna spark
You
this
kind of
shit.
side
I
with the
knew
guy with the
Well,
German
who's
sounding
the
name.
other two? They can't get worse than El Grande. So
Yeah, it can't at this point.
Fuck. Go back. Luther Reigns, going back to 2000s.
yeah, he was.
Jesus.
ass.
What, you don't like peas? You don't like guys who have peas before?
This motherfucker. One more.
He used to come up with them big ass.
Oh,
earrings
Eva
and
Marie.
shit.
Eva Marie.
Yeah. The fact they brought her back is insane. to me.
I've
I
never
will
seen
never
someone.
understand.
I've never seen someone so talentless in my life continue to get opportunities. Like,
Bro, she came
she
back,
can't.
bro.
She can't even ring announce. She can't do
Yeah.
anything.
She came back
She
and
couldn't
had a
even pronounce the
SummerSlam
people's
match.
names right.
Yeah, she
Like-
fucked Jinder Mahal's name
Like,
up.
okay, my hate for El Grande is like,
You don't like greatness.
it's how it started, right? It's how it started. That shit was just dumb to me.
We passed that, bro. We passed that.
Like,
I'm
the
about to say,
Triple A El
it didn't
Grande, I'll give
evolve, it
credit.
changed.
The AAA El Grande, I'll give credit because it
This
worked.
is a different El
connected there,
Grande,
it's
right? That was Chad Gable El Grande. This is
I'm
El
mainly
Grande.
talking about like the
real
raw El Grande, right? Even Marie, I don't want her anywhere. Just off my TV, like just fuck off. Like she's
Bro,
not
I
good at
forgot she
anything.
couldn't even ring, and that's crazy. She couldn't even pronounce
She
people's
couldn't
names
even
right.
ring it out.
No. Talentless.
How do you not pronounce?
Talentless.
Oh my god.
She was in
chill out,
a
Orange
real
Cassidy.
reality
Chill out,
star.
Orange Cassidy. Chill out, Orange Cassidy, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out.
Yes, Orange Cassidy, that's the guy right there.
Chill out, bro. Orange Cassidy's like him. Main event superstar that you feel good off my screen. Main event superstar. Past, present. Could be anybody. Past, present.
Technically, Jeff Hardy. If we want to go past, get that nigga off my screen.
You no way you was watching Jeff Hardy was like, get off my screen, bro.
Bro, I literally remember saying, why is CM Punk being hated for telling him to stop drinking? Like, that made no sense to me. Yes, you need to stop, Jeff. How many times you gonna get in trouble before? If this was anybody else, we'd be calling them selfish. We'd be calling them assholes, piece of shit human beings, especially you behind the wheel doing it. Jeff Hardy is the only man I know that can get behind the wheel drunk multiple times and be cheered for it. It makes no sense to me. That will never make sense to me. So when CM Punk was telling that nigga to chill, I rock with him. I was genuinely confused on why that was such a bad thing. Samoa Joe did it too. Yeah, fry that nigga.
Jeff Hardy got
But that's
the
my
order.
past one though.
I would say at this point, like this current iteration of them, even though I don't watch, it's the reason why I don't watch. It's the Bloodline. Get that shit off. Like I'm so done. I'm so done with this shit. Like I was done with it before they reformed, and I'm like, bro, this is why I'm not tuning in because you're going through the same shit. It's not moving me. I'm not looking like, oh, the Bloodline's back. I gotta watch Raw. Like no, that's why I'm not watching because you're just going through the same shit. It's not interesting. Get that shit off my screen.
Oh yeah, okay, yes. Speaking of main event superstars, yeah, Kim Jong Us himself. Get Jay Uso off my fucking screen. I'm so done with him. I've gotten to the point I genuinely hate him now.
Is he a main event guy?
He is not a main event guy.
What's this
He
say?
won the
say?
Rumble and won the world title.
say?
He's a main event guy. He's a
What's
main
this
event
say?
guy.
Nah, I don't
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
All right.
Leon, how am I bullshitting? This is all facts.
I mean,
go
G's
look up
not
his
wrong.
arrest record.
G's
What
not
do you
wrong.
mean?
He's not
This is
wrong.
facts.
Like Jeff, my guy, but he's not wrong.
I would say main event superstar get off my screen. I'm gonna say them late 2010s Brock Lesnar, bro. Them late 2010s. Like 2017, 2019, 2017 to like good
Brock
2020. I'll say like 2017 to a good 2020. Whew, man.
2017 to 2026.
I can't see the chat. They frying you.
No,
mind
Rob
him when
said
he
bring
came
back
back.
Kid Wilson. I just thought about it. Where the fuck has that nigga been?
Yeah, where he been?
I didn't mind him when he came back, like at first, like 2021, 22, like that was okay, but like 2017 to 2020, the amount of lack of good stories and consistency of like producing good stuff. 1 minute he can give you something good, and then the next minute it could be so ass. Like it was so inconsistent. You never knew what to get.
Yes.
Like I'm not even kidding. I would much rather watch Big Dog Roman at that time than Brock Lesnar. I would take Big Dog Roman.
The bar is in hell.
Over Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, the bar is in hell.
You know what's the epitome of that little era of wrestling? In a big pay-per-view main event, Bobby Lashley beat Roman Reigns to set up who was going to fight Brock next. And then Vince McMahon decided, no, let's have a number one contenders match on Raw after Bobby Lashley got his win so that Roman can face Brock.
Yeah, they did a little mini tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the main event of Extreme Rules. It was fucking Dolphins.
We're gonna talk about that next week. We're gonna recap the 2010s next week. We're gonna talk about that because there's a lot of things happening in that era that's just like so inconsistent. 2010s was very inconsistent. A lot of things.
It's very rough.
What's y'all's the worst storyline of the 2000s? I gotta ask y'all that.
Come on, bro. There's only one answer. It's Katie Vick, bro. That's
Yeah.
Was it? Didn't Melina do a fake miscarriage?
No, that was
No.
Lita.
That was Lita.
Or Lita did it. Whoever it was.
Yeah, that
Oh.
angle is
It wasn't a miscarriage. Her baby got killed, bro. Technically,
Is
got
that
killed.
not a myth?
Kane. Ooh, yeah.
I
Y'all
don't
still
know.
got
There's
me
nothing
fucked
to
up
Kane-
ranking
there's nothing
Kane
to
over Jeff
Katie
Hardy.
Vick. When you have
Kane, yeah.
Triple H accusing Kane of murder, and then sleeping with a dead corpse, and then they literally filmed a cosplay of Triple H having sex with a dead body in a casket. No,
Two things about that, by the way. Well, three things actually.
The worst part too is when he was screwing her, and then they had like the brain stuff, and he was like screwing her brains out.
Yeah, bro.
So
Oh my God.
three things about that whole angle. One, that was being filmed while there was an actual funeral happening. Two, that so Triple H picked something different. I forgot what it was, but it's a little less egregious than what they actually did, right? Vince said, okay, we're gonna film it my way the first time, and then we're gonna film your way the second time. They filmed the way we saw it on TV, and then he shut down production for that shit. So Triple H didn't even get to see it. I forget what it was exactly, but and then the third thing, the fact that was the build to a unification match for the World Heavyweight Championship and the IC title.
It's crazy.
Insane, bro.
Somebody said Heidenreich and Michael Cole. That wasn't like a story though. That was like
that was just a moment.
That was just ridiculous. Yeah, that was
a segment.
Yeah, Kane's probably got
one thing that is crazy though. If you think about it, the Kane, Matt, Edge, and Lita saga. It starts off with Kane basically forcing Lita to sleep with him. He impregnates Lita. So Matt Hardy, as her man, has to fight for her honor and defend Kane. Then they have a match where if Kane wins, he gets to marry Lita. Beats Matt Hardy. Lita is forced to have this guy's baby, but also now marry him. He goes on this crazy path of destruction. Matt Hardy's injured, taken off TV. Then we get the debut of Snitsky. Snitsky's debut was basically him killing Lita's child.
Punted
the
that's when
baby.
he punted her, right?
Punted the
baby.
This is when he hit Kane in the back with a chair. Then Kane
and fell on Lita, and then she had
and then she lost the baby.
Oh my god.
That literally went from Kane being a diabolical heel to somehow babyface. Mind you, Kane was still in the wrong at this point, even though the baby was no longer existing. How's Kane now a babyface? He literally forced Lita to have this baby. Like
Kane has the worst storylines in the 2000s. Like some of the worst storylines belong to Kane. That shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. He had Khali. He had Katie Vick. He had
the Lita one.
The Lita one. He had some pretty bad. He had some.
Oh my god.
Can't believe this shit.
That doesn't make any sense though. Like the fact that Kane's now a babyface because he's fighting Snitsky, and Snitsky talking about it's not his fault, and like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on here? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, how is Kane all of a sudden a good guy? Just because the baby, I mean, tragic, the baby got lost, but like, the baby was like forced upon her. Like, that never made sense to me. I'm like, bro, what are we like? Why am I supposed to be cheering for Kane?
That?
Yeah.
Katie Vick's storyline is untouchable though.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the imposter Kane.
Oh god. See? Oh jeez. Oh my
god. And y'all have the audacity to rank Kane over Jeff Hardy. I hate y'all.
It wasn't me.
With a burning passion.
It wasn't me. Don't
not over Jeff. Not over Jeff.
That wasn't me.
I would say Hornswoggle joining DX. That shit was terrible. That shit made no sense. The way they did it, just the way they approached it.
Little People's Court was funny though.
Little People's Court was funny, but the way to get there was so stupid. Because actually, they were supposed to do it, but then they didn't do it, and then they kind of forgot about it, and it was just a whole mess.
Didn't Triple H pedigree him in the ring?
Yes, he pedigreed him in the ring, and then I don't know, it was weird. Like the way they went about it was just stupid. Like, why is the reason we had Triple H, the main event of a Big Four pay-per-view, Survivor Series, Triple H versus John Cena versus Shawn Michaels WWE Championship match, was because Hornswoggle made that match.
I forgot.
Hornswoggle was the reason behind that match. Like,
is that story worse than the illegitimate child story though?
No.
Illegitimate child.
No. No,
to be Hornswoggle and everybody.
no. That shit was so bad. I forgot.
Bro,
Oh my god.
I'll never forget that episode of Raw when they had that steel cage and Vince is spanking him in the ring with his belt like a child. That shit is so crazy.
And then JBL got involved. Remember
JBL got involved and
when he was in the
Finley.
hospital? Remember JBL was in the hospital and he turned off the lights and he started beating Hornswoggle's ass with the lights off. Franco, as a kid, bro, that shit terrified me. I was like, oh my god, he's killing him.
Oh my god, the Hornswoggle was getting tortured, bro. Remember they had Hornswoggle and Khali? Survivor Series?
Beat his ass, bro.
Hornswoggle Khali. Hey, listen, I will say one of the funniest things they ever did in the 2000s, I don't care what anybody says, is the mini Royal Rumble. The mini Royal Rumble on Raw.
So good.
That shit was fucking peak comedy, bro.
That shit was fantastic.
They had all the little minis come out: Batista, Mankind, Kane, Mr. Kennedy, and then Khali comes out at the end. It's the great Khali. It's real Khali though. Like,
oh my, that shit. No, that shit
Royal
was
Rumble, bro.
That shit was comedy, bro. Like in the 2000s, just because where society was, like there was some stuff that was like, but some of them comedy segments, bro, legendary, bro. Like that is probably. I don't know. But it's between that and the Attitude Era of the best like comedy for WWE. Just because like it wasn't like overly childish.
It's no
it
rules.
was just like it was just super random. It was offensive as fuck, but it was just
no
like
rules, bro. Like they had mini Batista come out, did the pyro and shit. Too. Like, that shit was peak, bro. Like,
oh shit.
Oh, we got to talk about one of the crazy gimmicks. We got to talk about Eugene, bro. Can't talk about 2000. Not talk about Eugene. The fact that they had that gimmick, which was working for a minute, might I add you, it was over. Eugene was over at one point. Like he was infused with Evolution and like top star. He had a whole SummerSlam match against Triple H. Like he had a whole thing going on for a minute where he was like, he was really over. One of the greatest segments ever. I don't know how they talk Triple H into doing this, but they have literally. Please look it up and Google it if you can find it. You will find it somewhere. I don't know what episode of Raw it is. I don't know the exact number, but there's an episode of Monday Night Raw where Eugene is the GM for a day, and he's got people playing musical chairs in the beginning of the show. And then there's an episode later in that day, a segment where he has Triple H jumping in a bouncy house. Him and Triple H are jumping in a bouncy house together because Triple H trying to convince him. I think Triple H trying to convince him to put a match together, something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like he has Triple H in a bouncy house jumping up and down like a child, bro. And Eugene's all happy, like he's all happy and shit. Like that was his I think that was like his locker, like that was his GM room or something like that. Like it was a bouncy house, like that was his like locker room. Like
oh my god,
the bouncy house shit is crazy. Like they used to do some of the most outrageous things back in this time, man. Like some of the crazy, you could never do these things today. It's just not.
No, you couldn't. Vince literally said the N-word and walked right past Booker T.
Do-rag Vince too, like it's a funny gimmick now. Like people look back and it's like, oh, haha, but like if you really look back at it, like this shit, like, how do they get away with this? Like, how is this possible? Like, how is this possible to do? Like, I don't understand it. Like,
they got away with some shit back then, bro. Remember, what's his name? The kid with one leg.
Zach Gowen.
Pushed him down the steps.
In the wheelchair when he pushed him in the wheelchair,
bro.
Zach Gowen, bro. Banger, underrated theme too, by the way. Underrated theme. Shout out to Seether, bro. Banger theme right there. But Zach Gowen, I do remember that he got pushed down the stairs. He should do a lot of things. John Cena when he was doing Dr. Thugonomics, you go back and look at some of those raps, like, damn, they used to do some of the most outrageous things that you just can't do anything.
Spank Stephanie McMahon's ass on TV.
And somebody brought up Crime Time. I want y'all to go, please do this. Go back and rewatch those vignettes of Crime Time before they debuted.
My God.
They had little vignettes before they debuted and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like to tease like this team is coming to WWE, so nobody really knew who they were. Go back and look at those vignettes. Maybe the most stereotypical gimmick I've ever seen.
It's so crazy. They
got these dudes throwing dice in the hood, gambling.
Robbing.
They got them jacking cars and robbing people for money. Like They literally have a whole segment where some white guy's in the hood. He's all scared, and he's trying to figure out like where to go. And the narrator, as white as he can sound, says, "Look out, G," or something like that. There's something. He's looking for like a coffee shop. He said there's something tall and black behind you, but it's not a coffee. And it's Chad Gaspar walking behind him. Something tall and black. I'm like, this got to be the most stereotypical gimmick they've ever put together in my life. Two black guys come together who are from the hood and are thugs.
So
JTG
funny.
come out with a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
JTG had a bulletproof vest. He come out with the bulletproof vest, and he had the
Disgusting.
hat and the do-rag. The only dude I ever knew that wore Timberlands in a match. Yeah, Tim's in a match.
That's
Him
the
and
word,
the
bro.
had Tim's.
You remember he had the half, like he had the half and half. So like he had the long pant, and then he had the short
With the
But
bandana.
If you go back and look at his knee pad was a bandana. A bandana over his knee. The most stereotypical shit I've ever seen in my life.
That shit's good, man. I don't like people who try to be like, oh, that shit was fits. Like that shit was great. That shit
was great. They were a great team.
The only crime, like the only bad thing that ever happened to them was that they never won tag team titles. They should have been champions.
They had a great segment. Go back and I don't know if you guys remember the DX and Crime Time segment when they're selling DX.
Oh my god, so good.
Like they should do a lot. They were hustling back there, man, hustling for money and shit. They literally had segments of them like robbing people, like Jack and stuff. They had a whole thing where they sold Lita stuff when she retired.
I was gonna say, yeah.
They sold her. They sold everything that she had in a box. Like they even sold the box.
Bro, look up, y'all. If you haven't seen, look up Crime Time segment with King Booker. That shit is one of the funniest segments they have ever done, bro. Booker's like speaking in his King Booker accent, and then they dap him up. Coach is like, "I'm sorry," and then he's like, Coach is like, "Did you understand that?" Booker T's like, "I don't speak Ebonics." And he checks for his wallet, and he just snaps into Booker T. He's like, "I got puppies. Get they black asses back." That shit is so funny, bro.
You know what we missed? What we really missed out on. We missed out on the Crime Time Eddie Guerrero segment, bro.
That would have been fantastic.
Eddie Guerrero Crime Time segment would have been so great, bro.
That is
Light Cheat Steel and then Crime Time. Oh my gosh, bro. Like Eddie Guerrero Crime Time would have been great.
Oh my god.
They did some great things together. They had a lot of stereotypical gimmicks back then. I mean, they had the Mexicools. You got three Mexicans coming out driving tractors, dressed like they cut grass. Kung Fu Naki, Kung Fu Master. Like, they had some of the most stereotypical things you've ever seen, bro. One of the crazy things you could never see today, too, when JBL kicked the Mexicans out of the border.
Bruh.
Prevented the Hispanics from coming over to America. Like,
that was crazy.
They used to do everything back then. Things you just can't do.
Didn't Kayfabe, he gave Eddie's mom a heart attack?
Yeah, on a house show, bro. On a house show. They literally had to escort Eddie Guerrero, and they said that JBL, he almost got stabbed after that.
Oh my god, bro. That's so crazy. Oh.
They used to do so much stuff back then, man. So many things.
You used to be able to get away with so much.
Oh my gosh, so many things back then that you could never do today, bro. Like I'm looking back here and I'm like, this was such crazy TV. Like the fact that this was all on television. Like
oh my god, bro.
Oh my gosh. TV was a crazy time, man. The Crime Time Christmas segment. I don't remember that one.
I think I remember vaguely. I think I remember.
Somebody said they might have the border one. I don't think they can do that, bro. They can't do it now.
Yeah. Didn't they I feel like there was a storyline pitch recently of someone getting deported, right? Like Dragon Lee.
Was it?
Like then they went I don't know if that's real or not, but I felt like somebody, I don't know if it was a joke or if it was like a rumor.
I didn't hear about that.
An unreliable source. I heard something about like Dragon Lee getting deported was supposed to be like a storyline, like by ICE or some shit.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah. I don't know if that was real or if that was like someone just bullshit. I don't remember. I think I remember.
Somebody, oh my God, Kurt Angle wanting to sleep with Booker T's wife was crazy. That's what I'm saying. There's so many things we're not even thinking of. And that's, bro, he literally cut a whole promo. Was like, I want to have sex with your wife. And I'm like, talking about that bestiality.
Bestiality, like
what?
Wait, I was going for a minute. Did y'all talk about the JBL border thing?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Did y'all talk about how he earned the WWE title match at Judgment Day? That
I
is
didn't
how
know
he
that was
earned the
how.
match.
I didn't even know
So,
that.
okay, so if I remember the segment right, Kurt was trying to figure out like who was the most American. It was JBL, Cena, I think Booker T. I can't remember exactly, but JBL was like, "Look at this." So they show the segment of him doing that whole thing. They pan back to the ring, and This is when Kurt Angle was GM for a little bit. They pan
Yeah.
back to the ring, and Kurt just got the biggest smile on his fucking
Oh my
face,
god.
and that's how he got the match at Judgment Day.
They used to do some of the craziest shit, but Kurt Angle, Kurt Angle wanted to sleep with Booker T's wife.
That was ridiculous.
Y'all remember when he tranquilized Big Show?
Yeah,
Shot Big Show in the back with a dart, bro.
and shaved his head bald, man.
Bro, that was great. That actually shot him like he was an animal, bro. That is
Yes,
crazy.
bro. Yes, bro.
He shot
Bro,
him
'cause
with a tranquilizer dart, and it was sticking out of his back too. Like you can see it sticking out of his skin. That was fucking crazy.
Bro, they took out a briefcase of I thought it was bro. First time I saw the thing, I thought it was an actual gun. I'm like, what did I miss?
He shot
Is
him
it
with a
that
dart,
serious?
bro. And then you see Big Show fading like he's acting like he's fading away and shit. He passes out in the ring. He shakes his head
Ridiculous.
bald. Oh my gosh.
That
Shaving
shit
his
was
head
so
bald is
dumb,
crazy.
bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that's actually kind of crazy.
That's
They
insane,
just were trying
bro.
anything in 2000. 2004 is the year they were just trying
Yeah.
anything, bro.
Bro, they were doing some of the most outlandish things ever. Like they had some.
Because I feel like 2004 they were trying because they weren't established. They're still trying to establish their stars. 2005 were like, okay, these are our guys. And in 2006 they're like, we got our guys. Let's just do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, 04
Bruh.
was like that transitionary period where it was like, okay,
Yeah.
Brock's gone, Goldberg's gone, Austin is
Yeah.
gone. Like if you look at like SVR, the original SVR roster, bro, that shit's thin because so many people left. So
Yeah,
it's
dude,
like,
we got. Of course, we got to talk. We're talking about crazy stories. We got to talk about the illegitimate child, bro. Come on, they
oh
fought.
Jesus.
Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio fought for the custody of a kid in a ladder match.
And that kid.
You'll never see that
Oh,
again.
that one.
If there's one thing in wrestling, you'll never see it's that. It can never be done again.
Yeah.
They can't recreate that.
And what makes it even funnier is that son is a wrestler, which is hilarious. Like you could not write that any better. The fact that Dom, like, oh my god, he literally had two people fighting over his custody in a match.
It's
Fucking
crazy.
insane.
It's even crazier back then. It was believable. We didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was real or not. I didn't know. I was confused. I'm like, oh shit.
But honestly, if you would have shown me a future picture of Dominic, I would have been like, oh, that's definitely Eddie's son. That's definitely his son.
They had some of the crazy. Somebody mentioned another one, Cena getting stabbed in the nightclub by
Oh,
Carlito.
by
Oh my god, that was how
Jesus.
Carlito. That's how Carlito debuted.
Yeah. Got stabbed in the nightclub. He just disappeared all of a sudden. Like Cena's gone. He got stabbed. What?
That is crazy. Like what? What did this happen? How? Wait, what? Is it that serious, bro?
In reality, he was gone because he had to film the Marine.
Yeah,
he had to go film the Marine, but like it's literally.
That's so crazy, bro.
Yeah, Cena is going. They had the locker room together. Yeah, John Cena got stabbed in the nightclub. What happened?
You're not gonna see that today, bro. They will not.
Obviously, and it's clearly Carlito. He's like, I don't know about this. All right, you're the only person that has an agenda, but okay. Nobody else in the locker room but you. That was great. And then Jesus, the most random. Who was that guy? The most random person they ever got. Never showed up again.
His fucking bodyguard.
Holy shit,
man! Kane and Shane McMahon was really good though. That was a good story.
Yeah,
it was a good story.
Electrocuted his testicles.
Shane McMahon and Kane. That was a good story, bro. That was a good story.
It had its moments, but I don't like how they made Kane almost like, why are you taking offense from Shane and selling this shit? That was like, that's a disconnect for me.
Shane O'Mac is like that, bro. He's crazy. Shane O'Mac take risk. Shane O'Mac is
why you think Shane pitched himself to what? Didn't he want to go like Final Four in the Royal Rumble in 2022?
That's why his ass got fired.
He got fired for that. That shit. I remember I watched it late because I went to a party that night, and I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm missing the Royal Rumble." And I rewatched it. I was like, "Wow, I didn't miss shit. I'm glad I didn't see this because Shane O'Mac." Oh my God,
Shit,
bro.
Mac was pretty bad. So they had some really crazy moments in that time, though, man. They got a good times, bro. Legend Killer Orton, like a lot of good things, bro.
Y'all remember the before? Was this before or after Vince got his head shoved in Big Show? Triple H took the sledgehammer, hit him in the Vince right in the back of the head, and like the shit broke.
Yeah, that was after he got his head shoved in Big Show.
Yeah, yeah, bro. That shit.
That was how they won the match. That was a great.
That match
was
brutal.
Too. That was pretty great. I mean, there was a lot of good, so many things that they did in that time frame, bro. There was a lot of craziness. Somebody said Don Marie and Tori Wilson. I know y'all know.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
I know
god.
y'all know. That's literally like WWE's adult film version right there. If there's literally, that's literally it.
Yeah, there was Heel Austin happened in 2000s.
2001 Heel Austin. The Heel.
Oh yeah, that was a hot take I was going to talk about earlier. That's something I want to talk about. I feel like that run is so underappreciated, bro. Like, it shouldn't have happened at the time it happened, especially with Rock going to Hollywood for a little bit. But there's so many gems during that time, bro. Like, his match quality was insane. The feud with Kurt Angle was great. Like, his dynamic with Vince was hilarious.
Heel Austin is. I don't know. That wasn't moving, bro. He had some good matches, though. I mean, his matches didn't change. He had some good matches. They tried the 2-man power trip, him and Triple H. You know, they tried to make that work, and then of course Triple H got hurt, so things happen.
Yeah.
But Austin as a heel,
I will say Austin as a heel, he still had character and charisma. Like the one thing Cena didn't have as a heel was that same charisma that he had as a babyface. I think it didn't feel like Cena. Like it was just Cena turned down a lot. It just felt like someone like maybe like it felt like he was kind of like drugged. Like his emotion, he was just like he went like blank face, like just no emotion. It was just I wasn't feeling it. But heel Austin, like that shit was funny. Like, is it Austin's best? No, not at all. But like the just the was it when he was playing the guitar with Kurt Angle, like the shits he would do with Kurt Angle, the kumbaya, like that shit was funny. Like I laugh a lot seeing heel Austin. Like heel Austin is funny. It's not his best, but it's enjoyable.
There's just a lot of gems during that time. But like I think the Angle feud is really underappreciated.
Yeah,
I didn't really,
that match, that SummerSlam match is.
SummerSlam was good. SummerSlam was good.
I love that match.
Good. Unforgiven was good too. I didn't like heel Austin though. I don't know. Certain people just aren't meant to be heels. I feel. I think Austin's one, even though technically, I guess Austin's character is a heel, you could say, but there's nothing. The reason heel Austin doesn't work because there's nothing to hate about him. What is there to dislike about the Stone Cold character? This guy beats people up. He defies authority. Drinks beer. He's cool.
Yeah. There's
nothing to hate about this guy. Why am I? Give me a reason why to hate him because he's teaming up with Vince McMahon. He's still doing the same shit.
Yeah, there wasn't I think what made it hard for people to boo him is that there wasn't that dramatic shift for his character for us to be like he's
like if they took away the vest, he stopped drinking beer, all that shit. That's different.
Yeah. But he was still Stone Cold. He was still Stone Cold. Yeah.
That's why after Survivor Series, they just said, just go back to being a face.
It's the same with like The Rock. Like once The Rock got to a certain point, I mean, he was a great heel at first, but like once he got to a certain point, even when he came back as like Hollywood Rock, like I mean, it was a heel, but it's like there's nothing to hate about this guy. This guy's funny. Like I'm not gonna hate Hollywood Rock. It's the funniest guy on TV you got right now. What am I like? There's nothing to hate. Like there's nothing about this guy to dislike. So certain people, when they get that way, I think Cena reached that level, which is why it didn't work. It's like once Cena got to that retirement point, nothing to hate about John Cena no more.
Yes, especially because he's leaving. Especially because he's leaving. Like no,
there's nothing to certain people. I mean, like there's certain people to. I guess I feel like certain people reach that level. You know, when you get to that point, it's like once you get to a point, you could try to be a heel, but it's just like. You know, I think Roman's kind of reached that point a little bit too. Where it's like he could be a bad guy, but it's like I think he's get to a point where it's like he's the same guy. There's there's nothing to hate about you no more. Like you're the same. Yeah. You're the same guy. You either like him or you don't. It's just like there's nothing to dislike about you. The championship run was different because we ain't seen nothing like that in a long time, so it was different. But it's just like Roman's. He's cool now. He's the cool guy there. So Cody is somebody who needs that. I feel like he could reach that point where he could use that switch. But he would have to be different though. He can't just be the same guy. You have to make it feel different. So that's why I just feel like Austin never worked because it's like when I'm watching him, the only thing that's different was his theme song. His theme song is different.
Oh yeah.
The invasion angle
I
thing
Yeah.
was
I
terrible.
dislike that. I hate that invasion theme song he was using. I hated it. Well,
That shit
during that
ass.
storyline, that shit's trash. Even the glass shatter don't even come off the same. That shit's trash.
Yeah, that shit was not good. That shit was not good. But it's like there's nothing. I mean, I guess they were trying something different at the time. You know, I understand. You know, they felt Stone Cold's character could do everything that it could do. I guess, but it's like certain people don't need to be changed, man. Like Austin was going to be liked until the end.
I just feel like it would have worked better if Rock was there with him too. Like if Rock was that opposing babyface. But with that,
Yeah.
with Rock being in Hollywood, it was just like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, Taker's cool, but like,
Yeah, they
eh,
really. I think
Kane's
that
cool, but
there was also that there was no one to fill that top babyface spot really that Rock left, so that really made it hard. It really was like why are we cheering these guys? Like we still have Austin, but
especially if they were going to make Rock the guy, like number one.
yeah,
Like it's just kind of
Well, I think he was at the time. That's why they never turned him. That's why they didn't turn him heel. You know, because he took a little.
Yeah.
He did the whole
Yeah.
Scorpion King after WrestleMania and shit. But like, I think that's part of the reason. I think that's part of the reason why he got the Hogan match too. I think they were more invested into him. Like this
at
is
that
our
point.
this is our new guy. So
I do think now that we kind of talking about Rock, that's one of the biggest, probably top 3 biggest what ifs of the 2000s if Rock didn't go to Hollywood or if he was
He'd be
able
the
to be
greatest of
around
all
more.
time.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah,
He'd be the
like
greatest.
you think he'd be the
like,
greatest ever?
Yeah.
At that point, I mean,
Because-
if you look at the yeah, go ahead, Mo. Yeah.
I was gonna say because Malik made a point on the video that I actually agree with. Popularity wise, him and Austin at their peak of popularity wasn't far off. You would have he already has Rock has insane impact despite the lack of longevity. If he would have just kept going and continued to be just as popular, and they would have just built the company around him, who's to say he's not 16, 17-time world champion right now?
Wasn't
He was already
wasn't
what
he
8-time by that point?
yeah.
by the
Wasn't
time
he
he retired?
late
7
20s,
or
early
11?
30s?
He was
Yeah,
only
he was
he
like
was in his
early
30s.
30s. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would have had like
He
at
was
least
young.
like
He
6
was
more
like
years.
he was like 32, 33, bro. Like,
Yeah, he was young.
But
Yeah.
I've said the same thing about Austin as well. If he would have stuck around and not had the neck injury, he'd be like he already has a GOAT case now. He would be far and away the GOAT.
Yeah.
I feel like well, I guess it depends on what you value, right? Peak or longevity. I think some people value two differently. Some people think longevity is more important. Some people think peak is more important because if you're going off peak, if we're going off peak alone, then Austin would have to be the GOAT. He had to be the greatest of all time because
No question.
his peak
Yeah.
saved the entire company. And if it's not him, then realistically it'd have to be Hulk Hogan. Those two peaks are like Rock had one, Cena had one, Roman's had one, but like those two peaks alone, they changed wrestling. So you can't say that about anybody else. The Rock, Cena, Roman Reigns, you could say like the bloodline story affected where it got people back into it. So I will give him that. Like it did help revive the company.
Yeah.
And it's been the most profitable since that time. But like the Hulkamania era that changed wrestling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like the Austin
can't
era
have that
that,
impact
that,
again.
that put the Attitude Era on the map where it's like WWE is never going backwards. Like so if we're going off peak, it would have to be one of those two. Now longevity would be different though, because if you're talking longevity, it would have to be like Undertaker, it had to be like Shawn Michaels, Cena, like those guys who have that type of longevity in it. But it's interesting. If The Rock had never left in 04, because that was his last match, I don't know the greatest ever, because it still makes me curious. Like,
Because okay, I'll say this. This is why
I feel the way you feel about Rock, I kind of feel that way about Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar don't leave, he's top 5 all time, bro.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the talent that a Rock or a Cena has.
Yeah.
That's why I see John Cena as the GOAT, because
Yeah.
he has
Talent-wise
like
back
he
then, bro.
doesn't have a Hogan Austin level peak, but he has a peak like right under that with insane longevity attached to it. So it's a lot easier to make the GOAT case for him.
20 years.
Like
20
I feel like
plus years.
that's how I feel about The Rock. I think The Rock doesn't have Austin's peak or Hogan's peak, but he has a peak like just right under that. And if you attach like the longevity to it,
Brock,
who's to say John Cena would have been John Cena if The Rock stuck around?
That's what I'm saying. I was just gonna say that. If Rock's around, Cena's not getting as big as he becomes. Especially if Brock and Rock are around. Well, there's no Cena. Cena's gone.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Like, I'm not gonna go as far as say there's no Cena, but it definitely would have been hard for him to reach that level of the
He's
guy,
not the
especially
John
with
Cena.
them
He's
getting
nowhere.
the mixed reactions. Like, yeah,
He's nowhere near. If Brock and Rock are around, Cena's nowhere near as popular as he becomes. He maybe gets
They don't
one
even
world
build. They
title,
don't even
if
build around
that.
him like that.
Yeah, like he might get a world title in 10 years. Like maybe.
Yeah, 'cause
maybe.
he was popular as shit.
What
Like
about
by
was popular.
2004,
Randy
he was
Orton?
mad popular. But
Yeah.
What about
But you have
Batista
to.
and
But
Randy Orton?
I think Randy would have been fine because he's third generation. They loved him.
right, they already.
Batista, you already have
He
Brock
would've got
and you
there,
have Rock. He would have got there, but he wouldn't be the Batista we know.
I think he'd be okay. I think if Brock and Batista stuck around the same time, I think Brock would be doing the same shit Batista's doing on SmackDown. They just been on different brands.
But if The Rock is there too,
Yeah, they have
That
The
just-
Rock. Like,
That roster would have been ridiculous.
I
It
feel
just would've
like
been-
the reason if Brock Lesnar stayed, the reason I feel he would be top 5. Like he doesn't have a popularity peak as those guys, but I don't think we've ever seen a guy that they've put in the fire immediately and just had everything you want. The only thing he didn't have was promos at that time, but there were still ways for him to get around that at that time where he could succeed. Like the 2 years they were investing in him, they've never done that for anybody. Like You've never seen an investment like that from a young, upcoming guy who hadn't even reached his peak. If we're being honest, he hadn't even reached the pinnacle of his career yet, and he already done like things that half the people on the roster couldn't even do at that time. If he stays, mind you, this isn't Brock like where he went to MMA and everything. This is Brock like when he was wrestling, too. So it's like if he stays, he probably wouldn't have been the box office attraction because going to UFC definitely helped that. It made him more legit.
Yeah.
So when he came back, he was a more legit threat. But if he stays, bro, you got to think the things that he did in that 2 years. Think about the stuff that he would have accomplished. We're talking about The Rock being 15, bro. He would have had. He could have been a 20-time world champion for all we know. He definitely going to win the world title. He would have main evented more WrestleManias. On top of that, he would have been up there. He was only 27 when he left the company.
Yeah.
Not even.
Super
Yeah. Just about to. Yeah, that's crazy.
He was 27 when he left.
Well, he won the World Title 25. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So it's like he hadn't even he wasn't even 30 yet. He hadn't even reached the pinnacle of his career. There's so many more things he would have had to learn and do. So like
shit, Randy wouldn't have had that record because they only did it because Brock left. Randy wouldn't have the youngest world champion record for all we know.
I guess you could say they're two different titles, right? Because the world heavyweight title is
right.
They're two different.
Yeah, Brock's still the youngest WWE champion, but world
like they never
champion
the way they treated Brock Lesnar, they desperately wanted to do that with Roman Reigns, and it didn't work.
Didn't work. I feel like with Brock, they let it be more natural. With Roman, it felt very forced. Like everything about Roman's push felt very forced.
Brock was kind of forced though, if you think about it.
Yeah, but like people gravitated to him a little quicker. With Roman, people clearly wanted Daniel Bryan, and they just forced Roman in that spot when niggas was like, nah.
I feel like Brock was different because you like you said, we never seen that before. So people were kind of like, oh shit, what is this? And like Brock backed it up. It's not like Brock was trash. Like he backed up what they were trying to present to everybody. So
I think what hurts to play a point, Daniel Bryan does play an effect into that because Daniel Bryan being so wanted at the time, but the WWE didn't want him in that spot, definitely plays a part into it. But I think what also separates that they let Brock kind of be Brock. They wanted Roman to be another John Cena. Like they wanted Roman to be the same kind of babyface Cena was, which was never going to succeed and work in that spot. So there are different similarities. Oba potentially could maybe be that, depending on what the future looks like, because we haven't seen them treat a young guy like this in a long time as well, where it's like you're giving him prominent spots very early on. So it's like Oba can only go up from here. So it depends on what it looks like for the future. It's too early to tell, but we've still to this day we've never seen anybody like Brock where it's like they put him in there. And I wouldn't even say Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle was put in there early and he succeeded very well, but like I don't think they were building the company around Kurt. Like they were building the company around Brock, for a good minute. They wanted to, at least, before he decided to leave. But it's a big what if. If the Rock had stayed during that time, it would have been interesting to see him in the Ruthless Aggression era, because I would have been curious to see who he works with, and like it would have been interesting. It would have been interesting to see the type of people that he would have been able to had to feud with, because he is the guy at that point. But like you mentioned, somebody you said Cena doesn't become Cena, so it's like, how does that affect WWE? You know, how does if Batista succeeds? You know, if Randy Orton becomes a top star, you know, does Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero get those chances too? You know, like those guys got world title opportunities. You know, so it's interesting to think about the what ifs. I don't know if it would have really. I mean, I would like to think it wouldn't affect how they use certain people, because I think they like Cena. Dr. Thugonomics was over. Like, they liked him, obviously.
Yeah.
Batista and Randy were put in Evolution for a reason. So those guys were groomed to become something. But The Rock staying does kind of give a different effect, where it's like, if The Rock does stay, a lot of things could have changed and been different for WWE as far as like how they could have projected during that time. I mean, there's so many matches. We could have got Rock for Shawn Michaels, you know, Eddie Guerrero, like young Randy Orton, you know, like so many things that they could have done.
We could have got a Rock Khali feud, which would have been hilarious. I just for Rock making fun of Khali's in Indian
Bro, I'm not
accent.
gonna lie, he would have fried that nigga, bro. It'd have been bad.
Which I want to see. I want to see that so. Oh my God.
Like, you talking about burials, bro? It would have been.
Yes.
Yeah, he destroyed him, bro. And we're talking about Rock, like peak Rock on the mic too. Like, yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
He would have destroyed Khali, bro. Like, it would have been bad. Like, he would have been doing the most outrageous, shit.
Painted a red dot on his head.
He would have been doing some of the most outrageous shit, bro. Like, it would have been bad, bro. I think he would have been IC title, or Sean didn't like Rock. I thought, but you know, this is he gonna work with them.
They
had made amends by then.
Yeah,
2000s.
I think they're cool now.
That's the two biggest what if matches: Rock versus Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero. Man, those two right there, bro.
We're close to getting Shawn Eddie.
Yeah. If Shawn Eddie had the rest, we're talking about maybe the greatest WrestleMania match ever. Like, that would have been so fucking good. Like, that match would have been so good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm giving him 30 minutes. I don't care. On a WrestleMania, you get 30. Like, that would have been peak. Like, we're that close too, but Rock would have buried Jeff for sure. Talk about CM Punk. Shit. The Rock would have.
Oh, he would have destroyed CM Punk. At that point in time?
Yeah. I'm talking about, somebody said Rock would have buried Jeff, like how CM Punk was talking about Jeff in the promos. Like,
oh, yeah.
It'd have been bad.
Destroyed him. You would have. Yeah.
It'd have been bad. I would have loved to see what could have happened though if The Rock had stayed around, because I think there could have been some interesting things that could have happened.
We could have seen Rock versus La Familia. That shit would have been
to sign off. Somebody asked earlier in the chat, top 5 superstars in the 2000s not in WWE. So I've been thinking about this. If we're going outside of WWE, I would have to say Kurt Angle, because he went to TNA, and Kurt Angle just can't be ignored. You got to have AJ Styles, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have Samoa Joe in there. Those would be the unanimous 3, I feel. And then we're talking 2000, so you know, like Hiroshi Tanahashi. You're talking New Japan. Gotta. Some of those people got to be. Some of those people have to be considered. And then probably Sting was pretty dope in the 2000s too, but he was better in the 2010s, I feel. Sting was up there. I might say Sting. Sting was pretty up there, man. But I want to give a different answer, because I want to be a little different. If I had to be different, I would probably say a little bit different answer. I'm gonna say like Gail Kim or Awesome Kong, like one of those two in that Knockouts era. Maybe Awesome Kong, because we never seen somebody like her, ever. Like I mean, China was a close, but China was WWE. But Awesome Kong, like, you hadn't seen somebody like Awesome Kong. So
yeah, I was pretty much gonna say that.
Bryan Danielson's a good one too.
Yeah, I feel like Punk before WWE is a good one too. Austin Aries is a good one too.
Yes, Austin Aries was good. It was more 2010, but Austin Aries, he was in 2002.
Before, yeah, right. That was his Ring of Honor run, right?
Yeah, Austin Aries was really good.
There's some good stuff. Like there's some. I wasn't really into TNA. Like I wasn't really into anything other than TNA outside of WWE. So like AJ, Joe, Awesome Kong. Sting did some good stuff. Christian Cage did some good stuff too after he left WWE.
Cage, yes.
Kurt Angle, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Angle got to be in there, bro. Even though he did
Yeah.
WWE, like you count the
His
6 years in
TNA stuff.
WWE and then the years
The
after.
rest of the years in TNA, yeah, he's probably he might be the best of that decade. Like if you're counting both, like he has to be.
2000s. Yeah, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, he has to be. If you're counting like everything he did, yeah, he's got to be.
Best of the year, because that's tough. Cause I feel like Shawn Michaels was right there though. Shawn Michaels was giving.
Shawn
really
Michaels
good stuff.
was right there. He was literally right there. Like, and I mean, it's neck and neck. It's not really a.
Kurt Angle's up there though. I would say 2000s. That's not great. Kurt Angle was probably the greatest wrestler in the 2000s. So like,
Yeah, it's not crazy to say. I think him and Shawn were like neck and neck.
last question here: how different do you think WWE would have been if Undisputed Era got called up to the main roster? In my opinion, it would have been drastically different.
Nope, they would have got buried.
You're on mute, G. They would have got buried. I feel they wanted to change Adam Cole's name, bro. Like,
Yeah,
because his last name was Cole.
At the time, they would have brought them up. Absolutely not. They would have got treated exactly how Hit Row got treated.
Yeah,
It would have been good. It would.
Yeah, if they somehow would have waited out till Triple H got in charge, maybe. And like if they would have got called up in 2022, like when Triple H was in charge, we'd be seeing a different story. But the timeline, obviously, things do not align that way.
It don't fit.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys coming through. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the conversation. Please make sure to subscribe to the No Name Wrestling Podcast YouTube. We'll be back next week. Next week, we're going to be doing a recap of the 2010s. So this week was 2000s. Next week, we're going to be talking about 2010s. It's probably going to be a very different conversation because the 2010s was very hit or miss with a lot of inconsistent things, man. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have a full house here next week of the whole cast of No Name Wrestling. So appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Always appreciate the chat. The consistent people who are always in the chat too, man. Shout out to everybody who's here every week. We notice you. We notice you guys every week, man. So
Come be a
appreciate you guys for
vacant.
coming in.
Join to be a member.